Hey everybody, this is Adrian with the Tokusatsu Podcastu, and here's a little bit of a disclaimer about this episode. I'm going to reveal a little bit about how the sausage is made here. So, you might be wondering why some of the audio is a bit strange, especially towards the middle portion. Well, all transparency, it's because we had to record this episode in two parts, for two reasons. One is because Jay got horrifically drunk, and two, my internet, for some reason, was having severe issues. I think, actually, it was more the internet issues than Jay being drunk, because when is he not? So, for that reason alone, we had to redo not redo the episode, but we had to continue the episode. So, if there's a bit of a discrepancy in audio quality, or if you suddenly realize that Jay sobered up within a millisecond, that's why. So, I'm just putting that out there. Luckily, all the questions that we've answered are still coherent. So, we'll see where we get from there. So, if that's cool with you guys, keep on listening. See ya.
The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hi, everybody. That's Jay.
You guys remember that time Mary Jane dated Bruce Wayne?
Which one?
The first one.
The first one? The first Mary Jane?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the one that the Jackal brought back.
That was Gwen Stacy, you jackass.
He also did it to Mary Jane, don't worry.
We did it. Well,
He's brought everybody back.
not yet.
He hasn't brought Aunt May back. He hasn't killed her yet.
Just give him time.
That's next issue. That's next Secret Wars. That's Phil.
I got dragged kicking and screaming into this.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. He says. Uh-huh.
He says knowing
Anyways.
full well what went on behind the scenes.
Anyways.
Scenes of what?
Your mom!
Hey, leave my
Anyways,
mother out of this.
Let's get right into it,
Leave
shall
my
we?
mother out of it.
Leave your mother out of
Yeah.
this.
You leave my mother out of this,
I
you
leave your mother.
gabagool.
I wish I was
I could go for
gabagool.
some
I'd be
gabagool.
delicious, and then people would want me.
I just had Burger King.
I wish I could go for some gabagool, actually.
I'm an Italian
anyways.
who does not like gabagool.
So,
I'm an
Say what?
Italian who does not like gabagool.
well, time for the first question. Thanks, Phil. Which one should we start with? Because we got a fuck
Just
ton.
pick one.
Let's go with Barry.
You fucker.
Oh, trust me, we got one from Waller.
It's
as well.
always been me, Barry.
I jerked
I
you
would,
off at
I would ask
supersonic
what the one
speed,
from
Barry.
Jay is going to be, but then that would be really weird. So.
No, it's not going to be Jay. It's just going to be the last name Garrick. Anyways, so from Barry, simple enough question: how was the trip, guys? It was fun. I almost died.
I don't know. I
I had a
didn't.
big mouthful.
I
of
also
food.
I also learned that apparently Subway has vending machines for their
I
sandwiches.
didn't know I wasn't
Yeah,
on the
that
trip.
cursed ass fucking vending machine you had.
That was the fucking back room right there, dude. The entire fucking thing was a back room. I swear. I was in between times.
The parts I wish to discuss were very fun. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. If you don't know, and you'll never know.
But it was a fun time. Very fun
Good
time.
times were had by all. I'm pooped.
Ugh, excuse me. The only time I did not have fun was when I was the idiot who tried to wear sandals when we had to walk everywhere, and at the end of it all, my feet felt like they were being
Dude, at
stabbed.
least
I warned you, bro.
And then I had
told
to
you
do
this.
it
Those
again
were
the next
comfortable
day.
Shoes. When I first met you, I was wearing dress shoes.
No, I didn't. Those sandals were not fucking comfortable.
Dude,
what are you talking about?
remember when I first met you? I was wearing dress shoes in cosplay.
You were at least wearing
Yeah,
shoes.
but guess what? When I took the
You were at least
yeah,
wearing
but I had
shoes.
3 blisters on 2 different parts of my feet.
Oh, the little baby got a little blister.
I had 3 blisters.
But yeah, it was.
Did somebody get a little carbon monoxide poisoning? Oh, you get a little blister.
I did. No, we all 3 of us did.
We all got carbon monoxide poisoning.
I didn't.
All 3 of us fucking did because Artist Alley is a fucking hellhole.
I wasn't there.
We know.
No,
Phil.
you weren't. Artist Alley is like a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. Chad had to go there every day.
Nightmare. Come to Comic-Con on a Saturday.
But yeah, it was a fun trip. Lots of stuff. We're not going to talk too much about the panels and stuff because there's questions about that. So
and also
keep
we
listening,
kind of already
jackass.
did a video on it. So
You know,
yeah.
No, never mind. I was gonna. You know that somebody asked me what my name was.
And
You know that somebody asked me what my name was at work, and I didn't have my name tag, so I said my name was Eobard.
fucking what?
You should just call. You should just said your name was Lip.
Did he believe that was your name?
He did, and he did. I was half expecting him to go up to and be like, "No, is his name Eobard?" And it's like, we don't have anybody named Eobard. I just wanted to see the reaction on their face.
Thon, you asshole! You did it again.
Oh, that Phil. Okay. Thanks, Barry, by the way. Anyways, next question.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot that I had the question.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you looking for, AJ?
So, this one's from Jared. I really hope it's not the guy from Subway.
Or what?
Also,
It's like,
also,
I hope
if you've
you
heard
enjoyed,
that joke more than a few...
I hope
Oh,
you
sorry.
enjoyed the Subway vending machine I put there for you, AJ. Anyways, my question is...
Spell tuna sub backwards. Anyways. Anyways. This one's from Jared. What is the tokusatsu hill you will die on? Well, you know what? I'll say one. I will always die on the hill that if this is going to be really generic because we kind of did an entire episode about why, but the hill I will always die on is evil literally ruins build, and I will never have anybody tell me otherwise. Like, it is fact that motherfucker ruins build at a certain point. That's my hill. Again, it doesn't have to be Rider, but that's my hill.
Well, other than the ones we've talked about ad nauseum on the show, I can't really think of any specifically. I would say probably, I still say Zio's ending wasn't nearly as bad as people think it was.
It was just stupid.
It was kind of dumb, but I don't think it was as bad as a lot of people said it was.
I think.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, for me, it's Ryu Soldier. The Nada arc wasted 7 episodes of people's time that they will never get back, all for a power-up. And funny enough, Dino Fury, in its one time, actually managed to fix that problem, to actually mitigated that problem. But Ryu Soldier, I will die claiming that the Nada arc was a waste. It was a waste of potential.
I was going to elaborate on or add to Jay's. I was going to say, I don't think the ending is as bad. I think it's what came after the ending that just kind of makes it worse in hindsight. Where it's like, wow, this was the ending, and then we're going to do the ending again, and then we're going to do the ending again, and then we're going to do the ending again.
Wow, just like DC Comics.
It's literally like getting like the A B C D F ending in fucking Nier or something. It's like, how many endings are there? Like, you know what? Maybe Toei did that on purpose. It's like, choose your ending. We don't fucking have one.
Now in Shinigami, he probably didn't have an ending in mind.
Piece of shit. Anyways, well, that was an easy one to answer. Anyways, this one's from. Let's see, which one should we do? Oh, here we go. Let's do one from Valerie. So this one's from not Valerie, it's Valerie with an E instead of an A. Aren't you a fancy bitch? Anyways, why do you guys not do many foreign language tokusatsu? By that I mean those not in Japan. Tell them to fucking sub them.
Pretty much.
Simple.
I would definitely.
Yeah,
Go on, Jay.
it's hard to review a show that you don't understand the language of. So, As soon as we can understand those languages, we'll do it.
Trust me, I've tried it.
If you can send me one that, if you can send me one in Spanish, I'll do that.
I mean, believe me, send me an English sub of Space Deleter, and I will watch it. But trust me, as somebody who's tried watching Biclones in Korean without subs, it ain't easy. You have to interpret a lot.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Half of the things that people send for us that never get on the wheel, they don't get on the wheel because nobody subs them. Like, half of the Chinese stuff that we get sent, we can't do them because, well, I mean, I don't know. Anybody here speak fucking Chinese? I don't.
Well, it depends.
It's the way it fucking goes.
Is it going to be in Mandarin or is it in Cantonese?
It doesn't matter. It's
I
Chinese. None of us
sully
speak
my
that.
tongue with such a vile language.
The thing is, like, it doesn't really matter because, like, nobody here speaks that language, so it would kind of be a moot point. You know, I would love to. I would love to do some of the Korean stuff. I know that we got sent one from fucking France. It wasn't the France 5. It was something else, another French one. And I'm like, well, nobody subbed it, so, like, we can't do it. So, again, I would love to. I would love to do more shows that are not in Japan. But when people actually sub them, then we'll do it. But if not, it's too fucking bad. We have to stick to Japan because that's what people do the most. All right. Let's see. Okay, this one's from Josh. What show do you think is overhated, and what show do you think doesn't get hated enough?
Well, we talk about the latter all the time, but for the former, it's a good question.
You know what? I think, and this is going to really, really shock some people, I think it's going to be shocking because both of the answers I'm going to give are two sides of the same coin. I think Ghost Sager is overhated. I'm not saying that it's not bad. It's fucking terrible. But I think it's overhated. But it's just fucking boring. But it's so boring that it's basically like, I don't even care. You know? A show that I think doesn't get hated enough, which, again, this is why I say two sides of the same coin, is fucking Wizard. But with Wizard, it's kind of infuriating how boring it is because, unlike Ghost Sager, where it was just a shitty fucking concept from the start, Wizard has a fucking concept that I am really into. Not only that, but for like a fraction of a second, Wizard actually makes you think it's going to get good when Gremlin comes in, and then it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Like, I think Wizard doesn't get hated enough. I think too many people go, ooh, shiny, with Wizard, and it's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And I think Ghost Sager gets overly hated,
Wizard.
but it's just fucking boring. Yeah, because you're
Fuck
shit.
you.
You know, it's funny.
like
It's
shit,
funny
Phil.
you were gonna say, you said Ghost Sager because I was going to say that myself, but I was like, I was 50-50. It's like I was gonna do that or something else. And since you did Ghost Sager, I'm gonna say Kiva. People who have not actually watched Kiva know it by reputation and know it by a lot of the really, really baffling decisions made for it.
Wants to do self-abortion?
That primarily. And they haven't actually seen the show, and which is not to say Kiva is particularly good, but a lot of what happens is just, it's like The Room. It's kind of like The Room in that it's so absolutely bafflingly terrible that is the most entertaining thing you'll ever watch.
Yeah, it's actually like, it actually goes full. Like, I mean, I agree with you. I think Kiva's still bad, but it's not like Ghost bad where I'm actually threatening to kill myself. It's bad where I'm like, this is fucking hilarious.
No,
Watson literally just threatened to kill himself by time traveling.
No,
how is that not funny?
Exactly. That's exactly my point, is that it's not that Kiva isn't bad. It's just that a lot of people only know it's bad by reputation and haven't actually seen it. So the reputation builds. But if they've actually seen Kiva, they think it's the funniest damn thing that's ever been made.
You know what, Jay? I was going to throw another one at you because I was not going to throw Ghost Sager. I was going to leave this one for you because I felt like you were going to do this one too. I was going to say Fies. Fies, a lot of people really hate Fies, and I know for a fact half these motherfuckers have never seen it.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that Fies was definitely overhated until it got resubbed a few years ago. Now that it has actually a proper translation and more people have seen the accurate subs, people actually like it a whole lot more, and it's gotten a much better reputation. So I wasn't going to say
Wow,
5.
it's almost like if you understand what's happening in the show,
Actually,
it's better.
Gee, I know, right? What a fucking surprise.
I'll say it. I was actually gonna say Fies. I actually was gonna say Fies because I, in spite of its faults, I actually really do like Fies. I think it's got a good aesthetic. It's got an interesting story. It's got good intrigue. The characters are likable and hateable. Fuck you, Saiga. No, not Saiga. Kaitsa. Fuck, Saiga's the movie.
Saiga, he's not even a fucking character.
I know.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you guys. Taking care of all of you is also part of my job.
Part of my job.
Why do I always mix
beautiful
those two up?
God,
Because people wish
I wanna
Saiga was in
rewatch
the
that
actual
movie
show.
So bad
I've
now.
seen.
Because people wish Saiga was in
I've
the
seen
actual
it.
show.
The suit works well with it. The suit does work well with it.
I will say
Oh
this
man,
about Fies though, and on the
sorry to cut you off.
yeah.
I can't wait for the Revice movie to get subbed because we have Kane Kosagi in it speaking perfect English again. So it's like we have
Base.
Saiga again, except now we have like a good movie too.
I was gonna say this on Fies on the overhated part. And when you said it in the review, Fies has a lot of shit that brings it down, but it's nowhere near as bad as some people think it is. It's nowhere near as shit as people think it is, like at all. And like Jay said, a lot of that does come from the fact that it has a translation now that is fucking coherent and not made by a half-blind Malaysian man. So
Half blind? You mean
that's
half
yeah.
deaf?
I thought he was also blind.
You know what? I would be surprised if Takanoko was blind too.
He doesn't have an arm, one nostril.
Lame, deaf,
Half a brain.
blind, mute.
Dumb.
He's the Helen Keller of translators.
No, I was gonna say he's the guy from the Oblongs. He's got no arm.
The oblongs.
Ah, that show is so
What a
good.
fucking deep cut
Dude,
that
oh,
was.
What?
I don't know. It could be worse. You could have said a Frisky Dingo reference.
Oh, Assy McGee. yeah.
Oh no, that's a fucking deep cut.
I'm sitting here wondering what the hell they're talking about.
Phil,
You don't know
No,
what Assy
I know
McGee
what the
is?
oblongs is, but I don't know what Assy McGee is.
Oh, consider yourself lucky.
yeah, you're not missing anything, Phil.
No. Assy McGee is like if Arch. No, is it Arch? Yeah, it's like if Arch was written by a like legit mentally
You mean
deficient
Riverdale?
person. No, Riverdale is something else entirely.
It's funny. We were talking about Riverdale before Phil showed up.
This is true.
Oh God.
All right. Next question. Yay. Yeah, next question. Yeah, next question.
Okay, Popeye.
What?
Yeah, it's like
Popeye's just on the mind today. Let's see.
Based on
Let's see.
Popeye.
I need pea spinach. I'm
All right.
Sailor Man.
This
even
one
close,
is
Phil.
from. This one is from Lance.
Armstrong?
Knowing what we know now.
Storm.
Hendrick. Well,
Oh,
Lance
dude, if it
Hendrick.
was Lance Storm. Lance Storm would never watch
Lance Henriksen?
Tokusatsu. It's too serious for him. Anyways,
Lance Henriksen.
knowing what we know
Lance
now-
Henriksen would probably watch Tokusatsu. I mean, he was an alien.
I can see that.
knowing what we
And
know now, but the
Pumpkinhead.
difficulties are. Wow, really?
Yeah, the movie was great. Anyways, sorry. I'm obviously drinking again for the first time in a while. So,
Knowing what we know now about the difficulties surrounding Zero One's production, does this make your outlook on the show softer, or do you still stand by what you said about it regardless? It doesn't matter what happened behind the scenes. The show we
Pretty
got is the
much.
show we got. I can sympathize. Trust me, I can sympathize with all the bullshit they had to go through, going through peak COVID times with the show, but that doesn't change the show. The show is still what we got. You know, no matter how many V cinemas they try and throw to try and fix it, it's still the show we got. Sorry, guys. It's like, you know, it'd be like giving a pass to, and I know it's a typical punching bag. It'd be like giving a pass to Sonic 06. It's like, yeah, it had production problems, but it still doesn't make the game any better.
Passable.
I give a slight pass for COVID reasons, but because Omori is so bluntly, honestly open about how much he fucked over that show, and he's gleeful about how much he fucked over the show, I don't give it as much of a... I give it a little bit of a pass because of COVID.
Is Omori the director?
Not... He was the producer.
Ah, Omori.
He is the... he's like Takebe or Shirakura, and that he's the money man who's kind of micromanaging
He better
everything.
not fuck over Geats.
But,
He better not.
Well, he's not involved with
He's
Geats.
not anywhere near
No,
Geats.
we have Takebe, who is the producer of Gaim, which, as we all know, was basically Butcher running the show, and Takebe basically did fucking nothing. So I think we'll probably be good for Geats.
I mean, shit, from what we know, Butcher would usually just go to Takebe and be like, hey, is this cool? And Takebe would just be smoking a blunt. Yeah, whatever,
Takebe
fuck
would
it.
like, here are the
Go
toys
for
you
it.
need to shill. You can't kill this person here or this way. Go wild. That's pretty much what Butcher has said, is that, like, I had to shill the toys here. I had to use this form here. I couldn't directly kill anybody on screen. They had to be either a monster or in costume. Otherwise, fair game. So, you know what? I appreciate
yeah.
Urabuchi being as blunt as he was.
I shouldn't say this yet because we do have a question about Geats. Actually, no, we can just go right into
Might as
it.
well.
Fuck it. This is from Jake. Thoughts
From
on the
State
Geats
Farm.
info we've gotten so far. So I was gonna jump off of that. What you say, Jake, kind of makes me a little terrified because we have the guy who just says do what the fuck ever you want, and we have the guy from Xade who tried to do what the fuck ever he wanted and got burnt out at the end.
Oh.
That's a very volatile
But if it's
combination.
Well-
0-1, I mean, you could, in light of COVID, you could get something interesting.
Well, we're talking about
Well,
Geats
see,
now.
we were talking about this when they announced Takahashi was the head writer, is that it looks like they've learned from their previous two lessons with him, X8 and 01, in that, one, they're not letting him write the entire show by himself, and two, they gave him different producers other than Omori, so hopefully this time, the third time's the charm, kids, is that he'll be able to actually turn out something.
He killed the fucking bike again.
He's going to. You know what? The bike is a part of his fucking finisher, so I don't think he'll kill the
fuck.
main bike. I think he'll probably. Somebody else is definitely going to die, though.
But are they going to become the bike?
As for. Maybe.
Oh, you know what? That would be amazing. He kills them and then they become the bike.
Oh, shit. But no, Geats is looking to be really promising. Judging by his preview appearance in the Revice movie. He seems like he's
many
going
times
to
have
be
we
a
said
really
that?
sick writer. He's kind of like a fusion of Sento and Gentaro so far. So it seems really good. The suit's really good.
Yeah.
Everything about it just seems really good. But of course, you know, we can't count your eggs before you omelet or whatever.
Don't
the
count
fuck
your
they say.
chickens before they hatch.
Thank you, Phil.
I will say this. I'm not gonna base what I think of him off his preview, because the last time I did that was with fucking Ghost, and look where that got us.
Well, AJ, we
and Ghost in Drive's movie looked
Yeah,
fucking
he did.
awesome.
I have a post.
Okay? He looked fucking awesome.
on my Facebook.
But then look at what we fucking got. All right, I'm not gonna base shit
I have
off
a
of the
post on
movie.
my Facebook
Well,
of
AJ.
you, AJ, getting excited over the
Yes, I was
over
excited.
over the Parker ghosts, and I will never let you live that down.
well, AJ.
You were saying, Jay?
Ghost's preview. I mean, we should have known when they said Mori was writing, considering we just had Gaim and he did the worst fucking episodes in Gaim. But Ghost, at the very least, fell victim to a villain greater than even the great leader of Shocker, that being moms who have children who watch television complaining.
So with Geats, I like his suit. I like his gun. I like pretty much everything that I've seen of it. The Desire Driver is a fucking metal ass name for a fucking belt.
What's the
It's
gimmick?
amazing.
It looks like it's going to be a gigantic pain in the ass to use as a toy, but it does look really cool. I am going to buy at least 2 of the guns, but other than that, well, as always, we got to wait and see. because 01 looked really good before it debuted, and Saber looked relatively good before we knew the writer, and Revice, of course, looked really good before it debuted. And
I don't even remember that, actually.
in 2/3, well, let's say 3/4 of all of that is probably half. I don't know. I'm being generous to 01 again.
I will say the synopsis we've gotten so far is very interesting. It's a battle royale. Seems to have something to do with racing as well, maybe, because that's kind of what the gimmicks are implying. So, battle royale, racing. It's like, this is fucking F-Zero. It's just F-Zero. It's like, all right, I'm kind of into this. And also, it basically, my favorite part of that synopsis was the writers will fight for points and sometimes to survive.
Based off of Beowulf.
All right.
It's like
Well,
it's like
yeah.
Ryuki meets Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Again, if it's Ryuki meets F-Zero, I'm fucking all in. And if it's Takahashi, if it's the Takahashi we got for like the first half of X8, I am totally into this. I am all in for this. But we'll see. I mean, I like everything else I'm seeing so far. I mean, again, we don't know much else about it. We just know some things, but I'm into it. So
I'm
we'll
looking
see.
forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm getting into. Oh, sorry, Jay. What were you saying?
I'm
It can't
hyped.
be any worse than Revice. And I'm just
Me
kidding. I haven't
neither.
seen Revice.
Revice is
I haven't catched up.
Revice dipped a little bit in the mid-20s, but it's been pretty strong up until now. I mean, for fuck's sakes, the final boss is Cars from the JoJo's, so it's got that going for it.
That's awful.
Also, what's the gimmick for
terrible.
Gates?
For
Geats.
who? Not Gates.
What's the
Geats?
Geats?
The guy from Zio?
We already had
I mean,
Gates.
Yeah.
We already had
what's
Gates.
What's his gimmick?
Yeah, gun, basically.
Well, okay. Since seriously, I don't know. It looks like his belt kind of looks like it's just a more evolved version of Axel's from fucking Double.
The handles,
the way
handles are
that it has,
actually
like, the
part
handles?
of the gimmick toys, too, which is the weird part.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude. They're making these gimmick toys
They're
ginormous.
fucking huge this time.
Dude, next time it's going to be like, each gimmick is just a different belt.
Remember the fucking wizard rings and how
grateful
tiny
belt?
those were? Yeah.
And you had to get extensions
we
for him.
long
Oh,
we long for a simpler time.
Honestly, dude, we should have seen this coming after the Grateful Driver G. Remember that fucking thing? You remember when they gave Ghost an entirely new
I
belt for
remember
his
that.
mid-season upgrade?
For
and then
one
they forgot
fucking
about it?
floor.
You wanna know what this-
And then they forgot
wanna know
about
what
it.
No, AJ. They didn't forget about it. They forgot about it and then brought it back for one episode because he got upset that he forgot about it
Oh,
in the show.
I hate to tell you.
I
I hate
remember
to tell you
this.
guys this, but now that's actually his final form because apparently in the books he gave up Mugen to save him and Chloe.
Who gives a shit about the
Fuck
books?
the books.
I'm just telling you now.
Who cares about
Yeah,
the
but
Who
books?
fucking
I'm
reads?
just-
I don't know how to read. I don't.
I'm just telling you guys. Now he has to use that thing.
Books are not canon.
It kind of is.
Books are not canon.
It kind
No,
of
they're not.
is.
They are
Well,
not.
if the books were canon, then Emma would have
You
crippling depression.
can keep
so.
saying it like a crazy in a mental asylum.
It
filled
kind
with
of
not canon.
is.
Unless I see an official source from Toei say this, you're lying.
AJ, the
Now I
events
have-
of the
no.
events of the Ghost Saber thing, the events of that literally come from the book, so it's canon.
How do you?
So,
You
so they
watched
cherry
it?
picked
No,
for the
I
book.
did my
course you
I got
did.
bored
Of
and I
course
did
you
my
did.
research.
My research hasn't.
No.
I watched it.
Why would I watch that shit? Why
Yes.
would I watch it?
Anyways,
Phil,
next
when
question.
I do research, I do research on important
Believe
things.
me, if I was watching it, I would drag you guys into it with me. I would drag you guys saying, "Oh, if I'm gonna suffer, you're suffering."
question.
Phil, if my choice was either watch the Saber Ghost crossover or kill myself, I'd tell you to hand me the knife and I'd go right for my wrists.
Yeah.
All right.
I would kill myself. I would kill myself twice to
No,
pull a
you
point.
To pull a point. How do you?
To pull a point. the point is pulling out the knife from my
wouldn't.
eyeballs. Anyways.
I'm going to cut my wrist, stab your eyeball, and then cut my wrists again, and then you can stab your eyeballs again.
Okay, so this one is one that I still don't really understand fully why people are asking us about this, because we know just as much as you do, as in nothing. But this one's from Jason, and what a ironic name that is because of the question that we have for him. So Jason asks, what are your thoughts on Austin St. John, where he allegedly stole money from charities and funds made for people who lost their jobs due to the COVID pandemic? I personally don't believe it, since many of the so-called facts surrounding it seem to not only contradict Austin St. John himself, but also common sense. What say you? I don't know about you guys, but the last time if I were to ever try and scam somebody, I wouldn't use the name of the character that everyone knows
Pretty
me as.
much.
Because he allegedly used the name Jason to scam people, and I'm like, I don't believe that.
Well, how do we know he didn't ask us the question?
You know what? Maybe. You know what? But
Anyways,
people can say whatever they want about Austin St. John. I don't know about you. I don't think he's stupid enough to do that. And I don't know the guy. I just don't think I don't think anybody's that dumb.
I say based, fuck the government, so steal all the money you can.
Well, this wasn't the government.
Oh, never mind then.
This was not the government. This was from actual, regular people.
In that case, well, I believe him when he says he didn't do it, because, I mean, really, I don't think he's not he's never done anything like that before, and he doesn't have that kind of personality based on the way he's ever reacted, unlike certain other former Power Rangers actors.
Oh, dude, we have a question for those two as well.
I wasn't even going to name anybody specifically. So I believe him when he says he didn't do nothing, but I'm not nearly invested enough in this case to really give a shit one way or the other.
There really isn't much else that's been said so far. It's kind of gone cold, so who knows? The last time I heard was apparently there's a lawsuit. So obviously, if he's taking it to court, there's more to this than we think.
Probably. I would assume so, at least.
Excuse me. Again, I don't know the guy personally. I've only met him once in my entire life, but he seemed like a really nice guy, and I don't know. It's just I don't know why, but I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I just don't see it.
Yeah, I get you.
But whatever.
I mean, he was kind of nonchalant when I met him. Then again, that could have just been chalked up to he's seen so many fans that day, he kind of just got bored. But again, I have to take AJ's side on this one. I don't think he would actually do that.
Excuse me.
It just seems like something that you know what it would be. This seems like something that somebody who wasn't. This is no insult to those guys, but this seems like something somebody from Jungle Fury would fucking do. People who have no career whatsoever, don't make that much money off the convention scene. People who just who would have a reason to do this. I don't know why, but I think
an Overdrive Silver. Oh man, fuck! That reminds me. He was there at AX. I should have gotten to have him say something. I kept meaning to do it.
I told you. You should tell him. You should have gotten him to record a message to say Phil's a bitch.
I was going to. What? And then I just forgot.
Wait, why?
Because I was busy having a mental breakdown, as we all know. So.
Wait, why did it have to be me?
Because you weren't there, and it would have been really funny because you couldn't do anything about it.
It would have been funny, Jan. Get it? Anyways. So, to move on to another question about Austin St. John, this one's from Timothy. Can you explain what the actual fuck the problem is between Austin St. John and Jason David Frank is? I've seen a ton of videos of them vaguely saying small tidbits here and there. However, there's no real solid facts. I was hoping you guys could at least clear up some of it. Thank you. I don't fucking know, dude. They just don't like each other. That's all I know.
It was something having to do with JDF getting something was going up his butt
money
about this, and Jason came back, and when Austin St. John came back, people were liking him more than they were liking him. That's what I've heard.
Okay,
it's petty backstage bullshit that's been going on since the 90s. one person was more popular than the other at one point, and then the roles switched, and then now it's kind of varied over the years. So it's been a never-ending ride of dick riding and measuring and whatever the fuck. Jason David Frank is an ego hound. Austin St. John isn't really one, but Jason David Frank keeps trying to make it a bigger thing than it is, and obviously, you know, to preserve his own image, Austin St. John has to say something, kind of situation. You know how it is.
It's weird because like everything that I've seen, it just comes off like the other two said. I think Jason David Frank got jealous that Austin St. John got big when he came back, and honestly, that seems to be the biggest reason. And neither of them are talking for neither of them are going to say anything. That's the thing. Neither of them are going to actually elaborate, and you're never going to get them in a room to actually like talk it out, like how you did with Sean and Brett. Like it's just never going to happen. And to me, it just seems like, it just seems fucking ridiculous. Like, guys, it's been over how many years already? 30 years, almost 40 years. Get the fuck over it. Like, come on.
Honestly, Sean and Brett is probably a good comparison. But yeah, at least with Sean and Brett, like, there was a whole underlying circumstances with what went on there. Like here, it's just petty high school bullshit between the two.
How ironic, huh?
I know, right?
But yeah, that's basically what it is. Like, there really is no big thing. Like, it wasn't about money. It wasn't about somebody fucked somebody else's girlfriend. It's just,
it's all
about. I hate to say it, but Jason, it's all about the Mets. I hate to say it, but Jason David Frank is just a petty asshole. It's the way it is. And I'm pretty sure somebody's going to come dick ride him in the comments. Like, oh, no, he's not. John hates black people or some bullshit like that.
Okay, and?
They're probably...
Listen, my own opinions aside, I don't give a shit what somebody believes. You know what? As long as what they believe in isn't literally illegal, I couldn't give less of a shit.
So, next question. Okay. This is from...
you know what? No,
Lindsay.
I think it sounds like you still got a little bit of something, AJ. You gotta do it a little bit
better. This...
Well,
damn it, now you're making me do it on habit.
Welcome to the Fuuto Podcastu, the best show about throat conditions you've never seen.
So this one's from Lindsay. I know many have kind of explained this already, but what happened between Disney and Power Rangers that made them sour on the IP so badly? Disney was they were just lazy.
They were a
assholes,
bunch
dude.
of dickheads. Yeah. What else is
They
new?
literally did not care.
Like,
have you not been paying
weird
attention
to
to Disney since the year 1997? Like, they're just a bunch of assholes.
Disney quite literally got the IP and then they got bored with it. That's what it was.
No, that's the thing, is that they were already bored of it, because all they fucking wanted was Digimon. All they ever fucking wanted to buy was Digimon, but Saban wouldn't sell it just that, so they had to buy the whole fucking company. And then Power Rangers, they were
my god! So that's
contractual.
so quite literally, it's like going to like a burger place. It's like, oh, I want this burger. Well, you can't have the burger unless you get the combo.
Well, that's the way it goes. They also wanted Fox,
pretty much.
They also wanted Fox's Family Network, which became ABC Family, which is now Freeform.
So basically, Disney just never wanted it to begin with, and when they got it, they were like, "What the fuck do we do with this?"
Disney also, I think, wanted to have an expansion for their boys, because they had the Disney princesses for marketed towards girls, and they had an adventurers line. I remember seeing it in a Disney catalog. It was made for boys. Like, I remember seeing Aladdin's scimitar and Captain Hook's rapier, but like, you don't really have much when it comes to that. You don't. So Power Rangers could have been their market for like marketing towards boys. I hate to say it, because I know there are girls who do like Power Rangers, and there are boys that do like.
And a minority.
There's a little bit of a minority that does like that of boys that may or may not like the Disney princess stuff.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, even then, and we've heard these stories from in every tongue at this.
Care.
Well, no, I was gonna say we've heard these.
No, of course
we've
they
heard
didn't
these
care.
stories in every tongue by now. That Disney just didn't respect Power Rangers, and I know that sounds fucking hilarious saying that now, but Power Rangers was still a pretty heavy hitter even back when they got it. they just didn't respect it. They didn't fucking like
Yeah,
it. It was like, what the fuck is this gay shit?
That's why they had to move out to New Zealand, because they were like, oh no, we don't want to do like we don't want to pay money or like there's stuff with Forever Red, and it's like, oh no, we don't want you advertising this stuff. It's like, okay, but if we go into New Zealand, we'll save some money.
The fact that Forever Red happened at all is a fucking miracle when you think about it.
They had to beg.
The fact that happened was a miracle.
They had to beg Disney to let them do that. And, I mean, like, hell, if you look at, like, the toys, like, Jungle Fury, we were just talking about Jungle Fury. The toys didn't match up. Like, okay, they brought over the Japanese toys for the Megazords, but for the Auxiliary Zords, they used an all-new mold that did not work with them. You actually had to buy another Megazord just to work with it. The only one that actually worked was the Lion and Chameleon set that was exclusive to Disney Disney stores, and they charged $90 fucking for it. And believe me, if you know what they did to RPM here in the US, if you know what they did to the toys there and how they treated RPM, you can tell Disney did not give a shit at that point.
It's weird. It's really weird when you think about it, because, like, and I know we talk shit about Hasbro a lot, but I've never seen a single company disrespect an IP as much as Disney did to Power Rangers. Like, it was kind of insane to see it. It's like, Jesus, guys, you want to kick the puppy a couple more times while you're at it? Fucking A. At this, I mean, shit. I don't remember who it was who said the quote, but, like, the quote that goes around, just dub the Sentai. I remember that's a quote that comes around every time.
I'm hoping it's not the Fedora one.
Well, no, I think that quote's been around for years. I don't remember who it came from, though.
I am surprised they haven't already resorted to that.
Anyways, next question. This one's from Lopez. Why did you give me your last name?
Are you the robot
I
from
hope
Red
so.
vs. Blue? How did you get here?
Nobody watches Red vs. Blue anymore.
That is
Anyways, so Lopez, so far, and I know this isn't much to go off of, who's winning the Reiwa era so far? Ultraman, Rider, or Sentai? Jesus Christ, Sentai by a fucking mile. Sentai by a fucking mile.
Well, let's see. That would have been... Yeah, probably Sentai, because we had Cure Major, which was gold, Zenkaiger, which had some problems but was pretty solid overall, and then we have Dawn Brothers, which is the single most incomprehensible show I've ever seen in my life, and it is probably the best Sentai we've ever had in at least 10 to 15 years.
I need to watch it.
Which is amazing.
Dude, listen. You could just start watching from the most recent episode, and you would know just as much as anybody else who's been watching since episode 1. This show is...
Honestly, dude, Dawn Brothers is hilarious.
Dawn Brothers is literally the most incomprehensible Sentai that has ever been made, and it is also the best Sentai that has been made since the turn of the new millennium.
I think Dawn Brothers is what Inoue actually sees when he's on his fucking crafting, dude. This is actually what he sees.
Dude, in an interview recently, he said some shit about, like, seeing the future when he's writing Dawn Brothers or something. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Yeah, this makes sense. That makes sense.
10-dimensional Inoue.
But, but yeah, out of the three, Sentai is the only one that's had consistent hits so far.
Yeah, because, I mean, Rider, it started with 01, which was alright. And now we have Revice, which I mean, everyone tells me is alright.
Fucking great.
Look, I've heard so many things about Revice at this point from where I left off. I mean, look, when I left off Revice, I really liked it. But, you know, then we have Anakin Daiji, so I don't know what's going to go happen. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
Look, without spoiling it, as insufferable and incompetent as his arc was the last, 10 episodes, I think the way they resolved it in the previous week's episode was pretty good, and I think almost makes it worth it in the long run. Not completely, but almost. It gets close.
Well, I was going to say, because Sentai's had consistent hits. Rider has been rocky.
It's about
And I have not
one
heard-
and a half so far.
And I have not heard anybody really talk about Ultraman. Like I know Ultraman's a thing.
Well, we had Zet.
I know it exists.
Was Zet part? I think Zet was technically part of Reiwa.
Zet was definitely in the Reiwa.
Which was great because we did an episode about that. We both loved it.
Loved it? No,
I loved it.
I didn't love it that much. I
didn't
liked
even
it.
I
but
didn't
I
even
didn't
talk
love it.
about it.
Everybody loved Zet. Trigger existed.
Oh my God. Trigger was the cure for insomnia. It was so boring.
I literally didn't even finish Trigger. I just fucking stopped watching. I just got so bored.
The only person that I know who finished Trigger was Rabbit, and he said that he had the hardest time.
And
actually
knowing
finishing
Rabbit,
it.
that's a thing.
Yeah, that's impressive to hear. And I last I checked, Decker put out like 2 or 3 episodes, but I've seen
Decker, I don't even know her.
Decker's Shadow.
Boo.
Anyways, but yeah, I
don't
haven't
know
heard anything
anybody
about
who's
Decker
even
either.
fucking
You
watching
suck,
that show,
McGain.
So yeah, and obviously Garo is the one that's not even in the running because he hasn't had a show
Was
yet.
it VR?
We've got VR was like 5 years ago.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was during Zeo.
Oh my god, I feel old.
But yeah, we haven't had a Garo yet in the Reiwa era, so who fucking knows?
Allegedly, we've got one in the running.
Oh,
but,
come on.
I don't know.
It's gonna be another Ryuga series, baby.
I don't know. It's named after the horse, so
Another
who fucking knows?
Ryuga verse. Can we go back
No.
to the Koga verse?
Oh my God, no, Jay, it's gonna be Ryuga's kid. He calls it
Can we
Goten.
go back to the Koga verse?
No, it's gonna be.
Isn't Koga dead?
It's gonna be Byuga.
Hyuga.
No, oh,
Also, is Koga dead? I don't think it's where his kid became Garo. It's kind of implied he's dead, but they never really say he died. It's complicated.
No, when Raiga became.
well, I guess we'll find out whenever we
when
watch
Raiga
that show.
When
Yeah.
Raiga became him, I kind of remember they said his parents went off on a journey and they just haven't come back yet.
Well, no, his mom, because his what's her face is in the
His
show.
mom?
What's her face is in. Yeah, I don't remember her name.
Oh, Koga's girlfriend.
yeah, Koga's
I know who you're
girlfriend.
talking
She's
about,
in Hada no Makai, but Koga's not because Koga got famous and he had more important things to do.
It's funny that
Such is the
Fair
life
enough.
of the Tokusatsu
it's
hero,
funny how
by the
when
way.
I got into Garo, that's where I started.
Why?
I don't. Okay.
Why
it
did
was
you?
the most.
Why did you start with Hana no
It was the most
Makai?
recent one
though. Literally, Makai Senki is the only good one, so it's fine.
You know what the sad?
Why
part-
do you?
I-
Why do people do that? Why
Jay, I
why
never
can people
finished
not do
it.
the?
I never.
Why can people
I
not do
tried-
the bare fucking minimum of
I tried
research when it
watching-
comes to what?
I tried
Why
watching- No, no, no,
does
all right,
this
all right.
I
always
tried
happen?
watching Makai no Hana
Honestly-
twice. I
honestly-
couldn't get into it.
Honestly, with
You're
with
watching
Garo,
the
people
fucking
have no.
third entry into a story. It'd
Well,
be like
no, I
if
was
you
gonna
fucking
say, with
started Star
fucking-
Wars with The Force Awakens.
Honestly, with Garo, a lot of people, you have no fucking excuse not to start with their first one because there's only 3 fucking shows in the fucking Kogaverse. There's only 3 of them. You have no fucking you have no
3
excuse.
plus the movie. Well, like 5 if you count Zero's spin-offs, but
Well, I don't.
Where is our?
I don't know. Hey,
does?
one of
Do
them
you?
has Thane Camus in it, so I think that's worth watching.
All right.
Where is our boy Zero?
Well, okay.
He's
your
off
ass.
being I don't know. He's doing
I love
something.
my boy.
He's
Zero.
off. He's off looking
Being-
like
being a white man.
He's off looking like a really handsome Yakuza member. Seriously, the moment that guy grew facial hair, it's like Jesus Christ, dude.
It's the Western
anyways.
genes in him.
That is also true. How funny is it that like he went from being one of the most like uninteresting characters in Fias to like the best character in fucking Makai Senki. So this one's from Oscar. Hi, Oscar. Are you the guy playing Namor? Anyways, I know you touched on this in your Operation Overdrive review, but is there anything more you can expand upon with the situation between Samuel Benta and the banner he stole from Stick Kids? Well, is there?
No.
He stole a
Not
banner.
really. I mean, we kind of went over everything, and just to make it brief this time, they shouldn't have let him back in because now they're just opening themselves to liability, and also that gives him a smokescreen to just do whatever the fuck he wants and say, "Oh, you're just profiling me. Oh, it's blah 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 blah," because of what happened last time. So, good job,
like I said
guys.
before, and like I said last time, this guy, I don't care what you want to say. I don't care if you want to say, "Oh, we're being racist," which Jay definitely is. I don't care what you want to say. I don't care what label you want to throw at us. His story makes no sense. Even if you want to go, oh well, the story of the people at the convention doesn't matter, and the video evidence doesn't matter, which, but even when I say all that, his story, his story makes no sense. He took the banner to either his room or backstage to take it somewhere where nobody could find it. Okay. So then tell me, if he took it backstage, where did he put it? In a fucking broom closet? Because he said he put it in a room nobody could find. What the fuck? He shoved it up his own fucking ass? I don't know. Or if you go with the thing that he took it to the hotel room, okay, who got in there? Who was in there?
It was some Puerto Rican.
Oh, it was, no, fucking Medina isn't fucking Puerto Rican. Anyways, but like...
Also, why is there video? Why is there evidence?
No, it was the same guy who killed John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, it was the same guy who took John Benet Ramsey.
Also, why is there evidence that with him still having it to this day, and he has openly said he will not return it?
That's what I'm saying. No matter what you want to say, it's bullshit. And the motherfucker saying, "Oh, but you should give him no, what the fuck? Why are we going to give him a chance?" I don't know about you guys, but there's a couple of things I don't do. You know, besides murder. Well, no, I do murder. Anyways, but there's a couple of things I don't do. And one of those is not stealing from kids, specifically sick.
We commit murders here, sir.
Specifically sick, dying kids. That just, I don't know about you, but don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, not if that once is enough for that sin.
Those were supposed to go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That goes by donations and basically provides dying children opportunities that they could only get once. That possibly.
Literally a wish.
Yeah, and you basically and Samuel Benta took it from sick children. You see, I would say you're like Ebenezer Scrooge. But Scrooge actually had remorse for his actions in the end and redeemed himself. Have you yet?
But that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of people want to make... It's the thing nowadays where if someone does something bad, you have to try and justify it somehow. Maybe he had this, maybe he had that, maybe she had this. Sometimes a dick is just a dick. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. And I'm sorry to say this, but unless Samuel Benta somehow comes back with a fucking time machine and makes himself not do it, he's an asshole in my eyes. Next question. Let's see here. Which one? There's like so many we've got to do now. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. This one's from, and I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this name because he spells it with 2 X's. Or she, I don't know. Son. You know, I'm going to put it for Jay. Let's see if Jay wants to try and fucking pronounce this name.
Yeah, fuck it. Sure. Jackson,
I'm
I guess?
assuming.
What are you, a fucking nobody?
You know, he's a double nobody. He has 2 X's. Which, by the way, is in Kingdom Hearts 4. Anyways. Oh, you know what? He might. He fucking might.
He fucking does like super nobodies or something.
Super nobodies!
I am actually going to beat the shit out of No More.
Well, he did Neo Heartless in fucking Birth by Sleep.
Neo Heartless, Papa.
Shut the fuck up. That's basically Kiva. Anyways, so you went to Anime Expo and the Rider meetup. Tell us, what did you see there? More importantly, what did you buy? I went into crippling debt.
Oh, yeah.
I unironically went into crippling debt, and I'm still in crippling debt. What did we see there?
Well, that was before Anime Expo.
Well, that's true. We saw a lot of hot chicks, a lot of hot dudes, a whole lot of ass.
Damn right.
But at the actual meetup, relatively pleasant, honestly. Other than
I loved it.
Other than well, I don't know if you're gonna leave that in.
Well, other than literally yelling over everybody there like an obnoxious asshole.
Other than being a complete ass clown of herself, much like usual.
Many such cases.
And the near fatal assault of Chad Stalker by me. Everybody was really pleasant to meet. Everybody was really fun to talk to. It was just really just fun in general. Just chatting with the Rider guys, chatting with all the other fans there, dicking around with the cosplayers, taking photos. It was really entertaining, really engaging.
It was good.
I'm glad we joined the group photo, even though you can only see like 10% of me, but you see the parts that are important. So
to be fair, like I told Chad, it kind of works a little bit more because it really just does look like Ank's hand just there. I like it. But yeah, it was fun. Everybody there was pretty much, besides that one, everybody there was very... three, actually, because remember that guy who kept shoulder checking me?
Yeah, it was fucking, like... did we ever figure
I don't get it.
I don't think we ever figured
it was
out
just some guy. It was just some guy there.
I
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was something... Oh, Chad's going to the fucking chocolate cube, son of a bitch.
He's doing it.
But yeah, so it was fun. Everybody, again, besides those three, everybody else was super nice, super fun. Team Rider guys, coolest guys, the coolest guys. Everybody was great. It was fun. It was cool to just see a bunch of people who aren't on Twitter going. So it was great. I loved it. What did I buy? Well, like I said, I went to crippling debt by buying the CSM Rider 1 belt, which is...
He did.
And he told me about it.
The absolute madman.
Honestly, dude,
and of
did
course
I tell you...
left it in my hotel room for the rest of the convention.
To be fair, it was on the last day, so I was like, let me just leave it here so I don't have to take it in the Uber.
Oh, I remember it. I remember him telling me about it, and I told him, why did you buy that?
Actually, did I tell you guys how it happened when so
yeah, you
the story
I remember.
Did I tell you? Okay.
Well,
then never mind. They don't gotta know.
I can tell the story.
No, it's my story. What the fuck?
I can tell it.
Want me to tell you want me to tell the story about your birth? No. All right.
You weren't even there. I'm older than you.
Girl?
But yeah,
something drowned the whole world. I don't fucking remember that song. All right.
But anyways, it was a fun time. I got the belt. It's a very, very, very nice looking belt. Like, holy shit. Yes, it does come with a scarf. And yes, it does come with the scarf.
Do you wear the scarf?
It's a very nice it's a cute little scarf. It comes with the little Rider member thing. That's cute too. It's just a cute little thing all around. Little thing, I say.
Little $500 thing,
Yeah, it's only $500. What's the point? What's the problem? Of course, and then the thing, the Rider panel also was fun. Everybody there was hyped as fuck. Everybody there was into everything, even the things you didn't think they would be into.
Now that you're all getting to actually watch Fuuto PI, you now know what we were saying is true because we're always right, and it was amazing.
It is fantastic all around. Excuse me. So yeah, it was all around. The panel and everything was great. Anime Expo itself was fucking fantastic. It was a chaotic nightmare, which I love. It was just fun. And LA was great to look around to. Chocolate cubes, the Mets, all that shit.
I wish it wasn't so haphazardly planned and we got a chance to do a little bit more sightseeing. But I mean, what we did was fine. I mean, I wasn't really, location-wise, it's not like I was really going to be fucking going out and exploring anywhere, considering.
To be fair, that was also because of where you and I were located. I think if we were in the same hotel, we wouldn't have minded too much. I think we would have been a little bit more lax, but that's how it goes. Next time, though.
Next time we do this, we won't, we'll have a clear game plan, and we're not just going to be winging it the entire event.
And we'll go to an actual hotel that's next to the convention, so we won't have to have Chad drive us anywhere. That poor bastard really did take it.
Chad only drove you. Chad only drove me like once, and that was just from I don't even fucking remember where we. I think it was just like a block away to somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, he was Chad was a fucking literal Chad for driving me.
He was.
I paid him the gas money, but still. It was great. It was a fun time. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and we'll totally do it again any day. Excuse me, Morty. Anytime that we get to do it. Oh my god, my voice started crackling into that too.
I thought that was a part of the bit. I thought you were doing that.
I thought so too. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm turning into. I turned into a Rick, Morty. I'm Rick.
I'm AJ
Anyways.
Rick.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for the question. Change your fucking name. See here. This one's from Rocky.
Hey, Rocky.
Funny enough, we saw Rocky 3 yesterday and Rambo, which is why I got a letter from my ISP saying don't do that again.
What?
Yeah. What, do you think I pay for movies, Phil? Come on.
No.
Get over yourself.
I don't think we're
What
supposed
are you,
to be...
a chump?
Never mind.
Nobody cares. Anyways, this is from Rocky. Do you think Power Rangers could ever reach the heights that it once did in the 90s? Did we answer this one last time?
I don't think
remember.
we did. No.
I feel like this is a question we've asked before, but I don't think we did it yet in this episode.
I don't...
Well, let's go right to
I
that.
don't think it
let
is.
Let me read that again, right? Well, hold on. Let me read it back. Do you think Power Rangers could ever reach the heights it once did in the 90s? I ask this because now we have a generation of kids who have grown up to have their own kids. No, they haven't. To possibly show them the show that they loved as kids and maybe start the whole thing over again. Why or why not? Because it's not the 90s anymore.
It ain't. And plus, with that question, when you said now they have children to show the show that they loved, they're not going to show the new stuff because they're going to, if they're uber fans like us, they're not going to show them the modern stuff because the modern stuff it's not as good as the original. It really isn't. It's just nostalgia bait and stuff. They're going to show them the stuff they grew up with.
Yeah. Look, I'll say it like this. And this is not a boomerific thing of, back in my day. This is just how society evolves. Let's be honest. Kids don't really watch that much TV anymore. At least not Power Rangers. A lot of kids nowadays, they'll just jump right into what the older kids are watching or the adults are watching. Like, yeah. I know a lot of my, Power Rangers is 5 to 10, let's say, somewhere around there?
Yeah, that's usually what they aim for.
So, I know a lot of, 7 to 10-year-olds because of my nephews and cousins. A lot of them are just in with their parents watching, Stranger Things and shit like that. Stuff that, they shouldn't be watching, but they are. It's just the way it is. And say what?
That's always how it's been, though. So
true enough, but that's just the way it is now. And then, of course, again, let's be honest. Let ye who is without sin cast the first stone here. Everybody, at least once or twice, when they're watching a movie or a TV show, looks at their phone and then gets distracted by their phone, some way, somehow.
Yeah,
it happens. It just happens, and with kids, it happens more. Again, this is not a boomer going. It's just. Let's be honest, that's just the way it goes. Also, it's not... Power Rangers is not how would I say... It's not a pillar in America like something like Superman is, Superman's been around forever in America, But in here, Power Rangers, people just look at Power Rangers and think either, that weird Japanese show that they made into an American show for kids? Yeah, whatever. And they just pass it by. It's not like in Japan where people everybody knows Sentai. Even if they don't watch it, I guess you could say they kind of respect it. So
I hate to say it, but see, the reason stuff like Star Wars and Star Trek is still going on because came out at times where that wasn't a thing, where it was still a part of a niche market, and it still somewhat is, but it's not. It's more generally accepted now. You're not going to be ostracized for liking something like Star Wars nowadays, or something like Star Trek. Back in the day, you kind of were, but nowadays you've got my father. He was a classic Trek fan. Not to the point of being uber Trekker, but more when I bring it, when he sees a reference to it on South Park when they make Jeff Bezos look like a Telosian. He'll talk about the episode that the Telosians were a part of, or the episode, I always forget the title of it, the one where they go back to pre-World War II New York, and he'll talk about that stuff. Now, granted, he doesn't want to watch stuff like Next Generation or Deep Space Nine. He doesn't want to watch that. But again, it's a generational thing. They're going to show you that stuff, and it's going to keep being relevant. Power Rangers was at a time where a lot of us were young. It was mostly a late Gen X, mainly Gen Y millennial thing. And some of them were still young. They have a lot of... We have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff that would be more interesting than just Power Rangers. Hell, most people, they'll be like, oh, that kitschy show that I used to watch as a kid, because they didn't watch stuff like In Space or Lost Galaxy. Some did, but not all. The majority of them remember Mighty Morphin, and I hate to say it, that's why Mighty Morphin keeps getting shilled out, in spite of the fact that a lot of the stuff that we have should be geared more towards the later seasons.
People, I'll say my age, Phil's not much older than I am. He's 2 years older than I am. But Phil, my age, they'll kind of show more, not even live action shows, they'll show cartoons. Like, I'm more nostalgic, not for just Power Rangers, honestly. I mean, that's something entirely different. But I'm more nostalgic for stuff like SpongeBob or Invader Zim, stuff like that. So, again, it's optimistic, but I don't think Power Rangers could, like, the heights that it reached in the 90s, you gotta remember, Power Rangers, when it reached its height, was like, you couldn't breathe without sucking in a Power Ranger somewhere. So, it's not gonna happen. It's cute to think, but it's not gonna happen, but.
Yeah, in this day and age, it's just not. It's never going to happen again. So,
it sucks, but it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Anyways, this one's from. Which one should we do? We got like 50. This one's from Mickey. Mickey Mouse, bitches. Anyways, this is from Mickey. This isn't to kiss ass or anything, though I suppose it kind of is. But do you guys consider yourself experts in the field of tokusatsu? Even disregarding how long you guys have watched these shows before the podcast began, you guys have been doing this for almost 10 years. In my eyes and in some others, that seems to show some sort of expertise, if not at least being able to make more of an informed opinion overall. Honestly, I've never actually thought about that.
I only consider myself an expert when I do it to be funny or ironic. I have two great self-esteem problems to consider myself an expert at anything. As we all know, I am unable to take compliments. So no, I don't consider myself an expert, because there's stuff that even I can get wrong, and even I know I'm either misremembering or don't have an exact source on, so I can't pretend like I actually know a whole lot. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I am still, just like as much as you, somebody on the outside with no significant knowledge of the inside. Mm-hmm. So I can't even really claim that I'm an expert, because there's always going to be something that I don't necessarily know.
Well, to be fair, I don't think an expert would be somebody who knows everything. I think in the realm of tokusatsu shows, not the backstage stuff, just the shows, I'd say we know more than most. I mean, tell me one other fucking podcast that's gonna review Evolver or Vanny Nights. Yeah, I didn't think so.
That's true.
You know, and not only that, but not just review an episode. I mean, we watch the whole fucking shows. Like, that ain't kayfabe. We watched all of that shit. So, like, we'll watch Vanny. I mean, shit. Tell me one podcast that reviews tokusatsu who's done Dogu-chan. Yeah, tell me, motherfucker. You're lying. Anyways.
Ask anybody who's ever done something like Mikazuchi or Mikadroid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those things that I consider ourselves experts in the sense that we just know more about these shows, but the backstage stuff is still going to be something that
these shows.
Yeah, but like the backstage stuff is something that we're never going to know, really. It's unless like we can actively find it. And again, we'll get stuff wrong sometimes here and there. I mean, I know we got stuff wrong in one of our episodes about, I think it was Kiva. We got something wrong there. But again, I'd say in some sense, yeah, I guess we could say we're experts. We're not the smartest guys in the room, but we know a bit more than most people. I can tell you, you know what? I can't tell you who was the 32nd president of the United States, but I can definitely tell you what the main character of Vanny Knight's name was. That's got to be for something. Be counting something. But yeah, I think that's whatever. whatever, that's how it goes. Anyways,
That's how it
next
be.
question. That's that. Yeah. Next question. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. All right, this one's from Packer. Not Pecker. Packer.
From Green Bay.
Hopefully. Quick! You're on the Toei lot and have just enough time to steal one prop from any show. What is it? Quick, Shirokura's looking for you.
Fuck.
Trideron.
You're gonna steal a whole fucking car?
Yeah, I would steal Trideron.
Phil, do you even have a driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
I mean, to be fair, it would probably be the easiest one to steal. You could just drive. You could just get in.
I would steal Trideron.
Who's gonna jump in front of the car?
And I would have Machine Chaser hitched to the back, being like, "So long, suckers!"
Nope, just one, Phil.
Okay, Trideron then.
Jesus Christ, steal the whole fucking car. This guy.
Shit, this is a tough one because there's so many props that I want.
I know, right?
Assuming that all props still exist, which we know is bullshit, I would probably say...
Yeah.
The weird coffin thing from O's.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I was thinking of the coffin from Kuuga, and I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of only like that. You would need like a whole room in your house for, and like yeah. Here's my coffin room. Like I
Are
don't
you
have
saying
that
that
kind
we
of
don't
money.
get paid $1 million per episode on this podcast, Jay?
I don't. Somebody's sending me the wrong checks. Somebody.
You know what?
Listen, I put down my name. I put down my name on the list, and I haven't gotten one check. All right, in 8 years, and I.
Shit. Now I'm actually trying to think. Like, what would I take legitimately? There really is just way too many when you think about it. Like, what is one prop that I just can't live without? Right? Shit.
Like one prop that you can't already get like a replica of, like the belts or whatever. So
Yeah. I mean, it has to be something like that. Fucking A. I didn't think this question was going to be as hard to think of that I thought it was.
You never think it is.
I know, right? You know what? I would like. If I'm stealing a prop, if I'm stealing like a legitimate prop, I'll steal Choco from Fies. No, imagine steal the dog. I think that dog's dead.
At this point, it's probably dead. It's
You know
20
what?
years ago.
Shit.
It'd be a very old dog.
I don't even. You know what? I'm gonna take from Phil's idea. I would take a hard boilder. I like that thing. I like that bike way too much. I'll take that.
That's fair.
And it's practical. I can drive it places.
Yeah, I mean it's not street legal, but you could drive it somewhere.
How is it not street legal? It's a fucking motorcycle.
Well, it's not street legal in Japan. It's because of all the additional attachments. I don't know about in America, but it's probably not.
I think in America it might be legal.
Probably in most places.
Here.
At least down in Texas, I'm going to assume they don't care.
I mean, who knows? Maybe. Let's see here. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Jeez, there's so many. Okay. Oh, here's one. This one's from Lauren. Hi, Lauren. Favorite tokusatsu weapon of all time?
Oh, this is a good one.
You know what? As much as I hate the show, there's something so ridiculously hilarious about the axe sword from Wizard that I kind of vibe with it.
I got mine. The G3X Gatling Attaché. I fucking love that thing.
Oh, that's a good one. I would say probably a tie between the Howling Cannon from Zyuranger or the D-Sword Vega.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a pretty good one. Oh, well, there you go. So that was not that hard of a question. pretty good.
It was a substantially easier question than the last one.
Then which one? You gotta steal it. You gotta steal it. I do like how Jay went for like something that's actually easy to carry, and Phil and I went with fucking vehicles that can be easily identified.
I mean, that coffin is gigantic. It's like at least the size of a table. I mean,
But you can at least put it in like in a fucking semi.
I probably could.
But
yeah.
the car, I can at least
You can't put a fucking car in a semi. Well, no. I mean, maybe you could. Never mind. Anyways,
you could probably put hard boiler on the back of a pickup truck or something.
I mean, that's. I'm gonna just get a ticket to Japan. Thank you. Let's see here. Here's one that I know we answered last time, but we can probably answer it a bit better this time. It's from Francis. Francis. Do you think Tokusatsu music has gone downhill? Not in the insert department, but more on the BGM side of things. Don't get me wrong, these shows still have some great songs here and there, but I feel less and less that these shows have truly great soundtracks, and more just a few notable tunes. What say you?
Not necessarily. Every season kind of has its ups and downs. It depends on the franchise as well. Like, Sentai's had pretty banging soundtracks the last couple of years, and Rider has been a little spottier, but overall, I don't think it's...
Rider is way more experimental with some of its soundtracks.
It's true. I think it's not necessarily downhill. It's just it's been a while since we've had one that was really as memorable as, say, like Double or O's or something. So, I mean, I enjoyed a lot of Revice's stuff, and 01 had a lot of good stuff, and like the one I remember from Saber was pretty good. So
I liked Drives. Drives had some.
Drive had a really sick one too. Yeah,
It did.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't. Oh, you know what? Then again, this is. I don't even want to say this one because it's been so long. But I was gonna say like I kind of liked Gekken Rangers, but that's so old. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah. It's not really recent.
A lot of Ultraman stuff is pretty much. It's not super similar, but it has some sameness to it, so it's not really that much. But that's about it, really. I mean, I don't really remember many really great ones nowadays. Again, I don't even remember Sabers. I'm not gonna lie.
Saber?
I'm not gonna.
Sorry, go on.
It's weird to say. Whenever I think of Saber, and I start thinking, what was the soundtrack like? The main like transformation theme from Ghost plays, and I'm like, son of a fucking bitch.
I like.
I can only think of that.
There were a few like I like one of the tracks from Saber. I like one of the tracks from track 3 from or track 2 from Ghost score, and track 5 or 6 from Wizard is my go-to. But honestly, they're okay. They're okay. It's hit or miss.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. Again, like Jay said, I think we just kind of go through our ups and downs sometimes. It just happens. It happens. It happens. This is from Robbie. What is the biggest missed opportunity in Tokusatsu? I don't mean because of an actor's death or just bad timing. I mean due to sheer incompetence or even malicious intent on the execs, producers, or writers' part. Man, take your fucking pick. Take your fucking pick.
Too many to count. Too many to pick just one.
You want to go recent? There's 01. Want to take it back a bit? Fucking Hibiki. Like, take your fucking pick on just any of these.
You want to say something controversial? O's.
Well, no, that wasn't really a missed opportunity due to incompetence or maliciousness.
Yeah, that's why I said controversial. It's like because that was because of the tsunami.
Well, that doesn't fit this question then.
Yeah, I know that was. I just didn't really have an answer.
Unless you're saying Shinzo Abe wanted to physically made the tsunami.
Can we not?
Anyways,
can we not talk about Abe right now?
Dude, I can't believe Abe got fucking murdered. It's so funny. Holy shit!
What did he even do?
He was a politician.
He just wanted people to have sex.
I mean, he did a lot more of that, but we're not going to get into actual politics on this show. So
we're not going to get into the socioeconomic standings of Japan. Anyways,
comedy politics is one thing, but real
like
politics.
I said, I mean, again, take your fucking pick. Honestly, to me, even though Hibiki, in my eyes, is kind of worse because of just how everything fell apart. Honestly, I am gonna go recent. I'm gonna say 0-1 just because what the fuck, Amori? Jesus Christ! Like that was just like Jay said, he's almost gleeful in how much he fucked that show over. I'm just like, what the fuck? Why? What's wrong with you? That's my pick because I would love to see one day, even though I know probably wouldn't be as well because of you still had COVID there. I would love to see what Takahashi's original draft for the story was. Well, what's yours, Jay?
I literally can't pick one. There's too many for me to pick.
Flip a coin, I guess.
Fuck. I guess. I don't know. Okay, fuck it. Zio not getting Joe Otagiri back. Because I know they tried. I know he almost said yes, and somebody dropped the ball at some point. So,
you know what? To be fair, I think that's okay. I'm okay with that.
You know what? In the long run, yeah. But all things considered, where he was like, he almost honestly considered it for that out of every show, and they still somehow fucked it up. Yeah, I think I'll give it that one because I can't think of anything better.
No, I can't say O Ranger. That was something tragic. I can't do that. God damn it, I'm going to the dark territories.
Kind of hard to think of one.
Honestly, the mother's getting upset with Ghost being Ghost.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go that one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I wanted to see a dark Ghost. I wanted to see something,
But there was a dark ghost in the show.
Not that dark Ghost.
There were actually two.
That's right.
Because remember, Sage turned into Dark Ghost at one point.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Why the fuck did he become a dark ghost?
And he only did it once.
Yep.
Literally, what was the point?
What were they thinking?
I don't know.
But yeah. To be fair though,
Is
if Mori was
the dark ghost the true final boss? I don't know. Fuck you, game theory.
I mean, shit. Remember how everyone thought Sage was going to be the final boss?
Is Waz going to be the real final boss of Zio? I don't know. Probably.
Probably not.
Is George going to be the real final boss of Free Vice?
Yes.
Well, shit. Looks like he's actually gonna be. Subscribe to Loot Crate Box and Game Theory Box.
But that's just a theory.
Fuck you, Game Theory.
I want one of these days. He'll never do it. But one of these days when he says that, it's like, that's just the theory. Your mom never loved you.
Can I get it?
Just.
Can I get it? Oh, wait, what were you gonna say, AJ?
What
were you gonna say?
What?
He said your mom never loves you.
What the fuck?
No, I know what you're saying.
I said that about Mad Pat. What were you gonna say? No, I was just gonna say that I was going to the next question.
Oh, I'll say it right now since we're talking. This is probably the only time we're gonna talk about Mad Pat. I don't like Mad Pat.
Nobody does. Everybody
I don't think
fucking
anybody
hates
likes Mad
him.
He's kind of got a punchable face.
He really does.
Yeah.
He really does.
I mean, he's probably a nice guy in real life, but I'm sorry if in some infinite universe you're listening to this, you have a punchable face, dude.
I think everyone's kind of told him that by this point. He does have a very punchable face.
Matt Pat's a bitch.
I'd punch him.
I would punch him and then punch him again and then I don't know, probably
Blackout.
Like do something to his eyeballs because that's the fun spot that I like to go for when I'm being violent because it's once you've seen a human eyeball pop, it's there's nothing that will ever satisfy you the same.
That's the one scene I can't watch. It's
such a hard thing to describe. The way like, even watching like a movie, it's not the same. But I think that's about it for that question.
Well, Jay really likes that scene in Casino.
Anyways, all right, this one's from Georgie. Speaking of George, here's from Georgie. In your eyes, what was the truly?
Oh, I thought he was gonna say, do they float?
I know. I wasn't even gonna fucking mention it. I was. Oh my god.
Oh god.
I know, right? The universe is it's aligning today. Okay. In your eyes, what is the truly this Tokusatsu? What is the truly last great show you saw? I'm not saying pretty good. I'm not saying all right. I mean something so good you would sincerely go out of your way to tell everybody you know about it, friends, family, and the like.
Decker Ranger.
Jesus. Jesus, what a fucking goddamn question that is.
Assuming we're talking about shows that we watched for the first time, I'd say Zenkaiger. Out of overall, I mean, obviously Decker Ranger, but probably Vanny Nights. I'll probably pick Vanny Nights.
I don't know if I would tell people to watch
I
that,
would
to
tell
be honest.
I would, just to see. I mean, fuck's sakes, I was talking to my dad earlier. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go see The Holy Mountain in theaters. He's like, oh, that sounds interesting. Let me take a look about that. I'm like, yeah, this movie's fucking incomprehensible, Dad. That's why I like it. But you go ahead and check it out. You'll have fun.
I would tell people.
I don't want to tell people to watch Vanny Nights because that's how you get blocked.
I would tell people to watch Tokusatsu Ga Ga Ga.
Yeah, that's a good pick,
Honestly?
actually.
Honestly, Tokusatsu Ga 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 would actually play really well to a lot of people because the message just kind of
She's
fits.
just like
most
me,
things.
for real.
Well, see, like the message just kind of fits anybody who's kind of gone through that. It doesn't have to be Tokusatsu, so I could see that. Shit. Honestly, a show that I would tell people to go watch, like out of their way to go like sit down and watch, even though I know a lot of people wouldn't like it, I'd tell them to go watch Shogeki go Raigan.
That's a good one.
That show was just so much fucking fun that I think even if you're not into Tokusatsu, you would have fun with it. If you want it more like of an answer within like the normal stuff, I mean, I don't know. You know what? If I had to give an answer for two more answers, one for Garo would be Makai Senki because that show is fantastic.
I was about to say Garo.
It's amazing. And the other one, I don't care what anybody says, I would tell people to go watch Blade.
Ooh.
Like I think that show is. It gets to a point where it gets so good where I'm like, okay, people legitimately need to just sit down and watch it.
I'm still watching Blade.
Yeah. Come back for his review of it in 30 years.
Honestly, I'm taking my time with it because there are some days where I'm just too damn tired to watch it, but then when I do watch it, it's like I kind of want to watch more of it.
Answer the question, Felipe.
I said Decker Ranger and Tokusatsu Ga Ga Ga. And I was actually going to say Blade as well. But also, you know what? I would say Garo. Yeah, sit down, watch Garo. But if you...
Makai Senki.
I was going to say the original Garo, but...
Oh, God, no. I would not make people watch that.
That is true. I had a difficulty going through that.
I'm sorry to tell anybody... I'm sorry to say to anybody, but I think the first season of Garo is a little too slow-paced or something.
It's finding its footing. That's the best way I can... That's the nicest way I can say it. It's finding its footing.
Like I said, this is for shows that you would absolutely go out of your way to beat people up over.
If you want to watch something that like will get people laughing, Hentai Kamen.
Actually, no. Yeah, that's true. I have shown many a friend, and unfortunately my own father, Hentai Kamen, and they've all laughed hysterically at it.
I've told people about it, especially
yes, I know you have.
A particular coworker who, funny enough, that movie that I was in,
we know the story. You've told us the story before. You told a woman about Hentai Kamen. Jesus Christ.
And you wonder why you don't have a girlfriend.
Oh,
can we cut that?
Anyways,
we cut that part out, please?
No, it was funny. We're gonna leave it.
Anyways, like I was saying,
listen, Phil. If we're gonna leave in the parts about me like going on a weird tangent about like violence and me being a fucking mental patient who should be in some kind of mental care, we're gonna fucking leave in you you being a fucking weirdo domestic abuser. All right.
Okay. First off, I am not a domestic abuser. I'm an oddball, but I'm not a domestic abuser.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, like I was saying,
You need to be in a domestic relationship to be an abuser. So
what is he in a foreign relationship? Anyways,
hey, you know what?
want
At
to do
this
that
point,
joke.
he might as well be.
that's a Seinfeld joke, motherfucker.
Keep laughing.
God damn it.
There's nothing wrong with long distance relationships. Okay.
Anyways, like I was saying, like hentai Kamen. I've shown people hentai Kamen, and they've all laughed. I don't think I've shown a single person, like man or woman, who has not laughed hysterically at that fucking movie. That's just a funny fucking movie. You know what? If we're just gonna go with things you want to show people, honestly, show more people Hokkaider. That shit's hilarious.
Jesus,
Oh, yeah.
Al.
Not only is
Absolutely.
not only is Hokkaider hilarious, but just like any good movie, it has layers.
It does.
There's so many things that you notice on your second watching of the movie that it's like this movie. I actually rewatched the movie like a few times ever since we reviewed it, and it's amazing how many things I notice. Like, did you know that there's an extra that just falls over? Like,
Yeah.
there's no for no reason. He just falls over. Why? I don't know.
'Cause it
I don't
does.
know. It just happens. It's
Hey,
fucking
bored.
amazing.
Shit happens.
We gotta send that to what the fuck's his name? CinemaSins, and then he can kill himself.
You
Anyways,
mean cinema snob?
what? No.
No, well,
Cinema
Brad
Snob would
need-
just rape you.
no, he'd get you addicted to coke, then rape you.
Yeah, he would.
How do you know that?
Yeah, he would. What?
What?
I said, how do you know that?
It's because Brad
you know
Jones
that.
is a fucking cokehead. This is a known fact, Phil.
He said it himself. Like he's pretty much admitted this.
Oh.
Anyways,
that
anyway.
certainly explains a
I don't
lot of his
fo- I
productions.
I don't follow him.
I mean,
I
to
do.
be fair, you should.
I live right outside his house.
You know what? You would.
I see
Knowing
where,
you're
I
lucky,
see
you
where
would.
he's. I see where he sleeps at night.
You know what, Jay? Knowing your luck, you would.
Yeah, I see. You know, he's fucking in the.
I love it when he does the snob voice when he gets his mail. By the way, Jay, did you RSVP for Owen Wilson's Aunt's dinner?
No, I'm not. I don't work there anymore, so I don't get invites.
That's a shame. She has peach cobbler.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn. What happened to that question?
I don't know.
that question went so many different directions. I have no idea where we are anymore. That's just the
We
way
should have
this
taken
goes.
that
Huh?
wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Ah, there we go. Anyways, next question. This one's from Joey. From Joey. Do you think that with Jesus Christ, grammar people, grammar. Do you think with all of these things, fucking hell. Do you think with Fuuto PI, Kuuga, 01's Comic, Shin Rider, and Black Sun, all of these things coming out around the exact same time, that it may alienate or even shun out some new audience members since some... What the fuck? Put a fucking comma!
Yeah.
Anyways, let me
Motherfucker,
just-
even I have better grammar when I write.
God,
You
Let
should
me
see
just-
my scripts. I don't put fucking spaces in half my dialogue.
Let me just paraphrase this question. He's basically asking, do you think that with Fuuto PI, Kuuga, 01's Comic, Shin Rider, and Black Sun all coming out at the exact same time, that it might be a little too much for new audience members feeling intimidated to come into Rider? I think you're just overthinking that.
Not really. I mean, they're all vastly different, so it's not even really like... If it was like... If they're bringing like 8 different shows all subbed all at the same time, then yeah, but they're all completely different projects for completely
different
different
audiences. Yeah.
So it's not exactly the same.
Like, I there's obviously going to be crossover between all of them. Like, I'm going to be watching and reading all of these, obviously. You know, because that's just what we fucking do. That's what we do. But Joe Schmo on the street... your name's Joey. Joe Schmo on the street, I don't think he's going to really pay too much attention to Fuuto PI when he's reading the 01 comic. I think the fan bases there are split just enough that there's not that much crossover. But at the same time, like Jay said, all of these are made for vastly different audiences. So I don't think Fuuto PI's audience is going to be like confused if they're to go watch Shin Rider because it's a different audience. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
I think you're overthinking it. Honestly, I just see it as a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Phil, yeah,
Yeah.
Phil,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, Phil.
I think it's a good thing. I do. I'm sorry. I was remembering something funny.
I'm just giving you shit. Anyways, thank you, Joey. Fuck you. This one is from Tim. I know this might be a very hot topic, but
I know I'm
eyes,
hot. Thank you.
He said hot topic.
That's true.
Anyways,
Spencer's.
I know this might be... fuck Spencer's, dude. Who likes Spencer's?
They suck.
The only people who like Spencer's fuck their dog. Anyways.
It's true.
Jesus, that's something to throw out there.
God.
I know this might be a very hot topic to you guys, but in your eyes, who is the worst villain in Kamen Rider history? Jesus fucking Christ.
Schwartz.
Oh, worst as in like most
I guess just
evil,
the
or
worst.
worst as in like most.
I think
poorly
I think
written?
this is definitely asking for like worst written and stuff like that.
Ooh, that is a tough one.
You know what? I have like a 3-way tie. One, and I know Jay's not going to agree with me, but I say it only because of how little that we actually got from him. The Orphanot King. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
No, yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't say like top 3, but
No, he's not top 3, but he's one of the ones that comes to mind because it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because
yeah.
he literally just shows up like 15 episodes.
Shows up, jobs, doesn't elaborate. What a Chad.
Refuses to elaborate, leaves.
So you're gonna notice a pattern here. Orphanot King, because he shows up, nothing happens. Then the other one, who ironically is also named King, from Kiva, because what? And number 3, honestly, in my eyes, the worst written villain would probably be Storius. Honestly, it was a tie between Storius and Adele, because they're both kind of the same in the sense that what the fuck did you want again? Because what? But like Storius is probably one of the worst written ones because let's be honest, you have a book that tells you everything that's going to happen and you don't read it? Are you stupid? Oh yeah, he was, but still. Like I'm not going to say, I know some people were expecting me to say like Evolt. Evolt just ruined his show. He's not technically like a really badly written villain, not really, until he becomes full like Light Yagami times 2. So that's mine.
I thought Schwartz was horrible because it just kept being so contradictory to everything. Like, my master plan and everything. It's like, what master plan? You just pulled it out of your ass.
I mean, to be fair, when you think about it, Schwartz kind of fucked himself over by making Zio. No, not kind of. He did.
He did.
He fucked himself over because he made Zio.
What the fuck was his plan there? He's going to create the guy that's going to destroy time and space because
LOL.
And then guess what? The whole point of the show where it's like, oh, we don't want Oma Zio? Yeah, he makes Oma Zio.
Yeah.
I would agree with you in Storius, because what the fuck was his plan? What the fuck? Why did he do literally anything?
God read my fan fiction.
Granted, why did literally anybody in Saber do anything they did?
Because they were all mentally deficient midgets.
Why did Logos need to do all the fucking chess master shit when he could have just said, hey, let's take over the world, and everybody would have just fucking gone along with it because they're all a bunch of unhinged psychos.
You mean like how the fact that he literally could have taken Kaido from Faiz and done his plan with him, but the story's happening now, Jay. It's happening now, Jay.
I would say, I would pick. I'm surprised you didn't pick this one. Kai from Den-O, because he just fucking shows up. He never does anything important, and then he dies.
Well, see, I didn't want to choose him because he's too similar to like Faiz.
Honestly, I would say he's worse than the King in Faiz, because at least the Orphanok King is at least like obviously clearly connected to the Orphanoks, and they at least kind of explain what the fuck his deal is and why he's important. Kai just fucking shows up And they never explain what his goal is or why he's there and why he's connected to the Imagine and why they want to work for him and any of the fucking shit that happens in that show.
To be fair, Jay, I forgot he existed.
That's fair. Most people forget he
To be
existed.
fair, I would. You know what? Even with like the biggest Deno fan, ask them who's the main villain of Deno. Gao.
It has one.
Gao's the main villain of Deno.
It did?
No. You know what? The main villain of Deno is fucking Precure. Anyways,
That's true.
that's the thing that happened.
Other than those two, I can't think of any that are like absolutely abhorrently bad.
Yeah.
It's like at least like other than those two and to a lesser degree the King, at least every villain had some sort of clear motive for their actions, whether or not it was a consistent motive or an understandable one is different, but they at least had recognizable motives. Those two were just like they didn't even have motives. They were just evil for evil's sake, and not in the
And
fun
before
kind
somebody throws fucking the Overlords in our face, the Overlords weren't even the final boss of fucking Gaim.
The Overlords had a fucking motive. It was that they wanted to unfuck their own world by using Earth as a surrogate, more or less.
Hell, even Roshio, while being like this, like he was still a tyrannical king, he was actually wise. He still said, "Hey, don't do the fucking shit that we did to fuck over our stuff."
His end goal was my wife, and you know what?
Honestly,
That's
you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Jay? Gaim had all the trappings of just becoming a super duper hippie environmentalist show, and it didn't do it. When you think about it, right? We destroyed our own world. It's like, oh my god, are they gonna start talking about pollution? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, fucking.
if they ever dubbed it, they probably would.
Oh, dude, I mean, shit. You can even. Oh my god, it's the fact that they're fucking fruits. They're nature, bro. You know, not pollution,
Okay,
man.
think of it this way.
Oh my god, Kota's gonna be a tree hugger in America.
The freaking.
So does that mean when he becomes God at the end? Does that mean he becomes Captain Planet?
Oh my god, that's right.
Well, it's true. Well, Jay, all of their powers literally combined to make Kawami. Holy shit. Oh my god. Now we know Urabuchi didn't rip off himself. He ripped off Captain fucking Planet. Oh my god. What a dumb fucking... Whatever. Go on, Phil.
No, I was gonna say it was with friggin' Guy. Look, like, okay, you didn't really have. Okay, so the friggin' Overlords, they were monster. Oh, no. The Invis were monsters. They were just mindless beings.
No, the Invis were people.
They were people.
They were mutants.
So-
they were. Yeah.
Fucking muties as usual.
So it was so Redue was the one who basically wanted to fuck everything over because I forget that
Redue was just Starscream.
I forget that Redue is actually a girl.
Yeah, even though it's Kenjiro Suda doing a particularly bad falsetto.
No, I wouldn't even say Redue is like Starscream because Starscream at least got away with getting away with all that stuff. Because
what are you talking about? Starscream never got away with fucking anything.
Starscream always wins.
Yeah, but even when he fucked up, he still managed to get back into Megatron's good graces.
Yeah, that's only because Starscream is more useful as an asset than he is. And whenever he fucking becomes unuseful, he just immediately gets shot in the head.
Well, unless you're watching the Micron Legends, which is my favorite interpretation.
That's different. He turned face and he had a redemption.
What about Armada?
That's actually my favorite version of Starscream.
That's the show we're talking about, AJ.
Oh, is it? I don't
Yes.
fucking watch Transformers.
I did.
Well, maybe that's why. Wait, no, I was about to say maybe that's why you don't have a girlfriend, but that's Phil. So
that's Phil. Wait, where were we going with this?
What
was the name of the red Overlord? I forget what his name was.
Dick Suck.
Demshu. Demshu was a brute.
Demshu
was a fucking brute who basically just wanted to keep fighting until.
Well, we're not trying to talk about these people. We're just trying to see who the worst villain is.
No, I already said.
I
already said Schwartz.
Yeah, Schwartz.
Well,
that's the end of that question.
All right.
Yeah, because I answered it earlier.
Yeah, why were we going on that tangent? That was
Because
completely
Phil is Phil.
No, because you guys were bringing up freaking Captain Planet and all that stuff, and I was saying that Roshi...
Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gotta
So as usual, it all comes crumbling down. Anyways.
Captain
Bloody
Planet
hell.
destroys us all.
You know what? He probably would. He probably fucking would. No, Captain Planet would have lost his shit in Artist Alley. Why is the CO2 level so fucking high? Anyways. Oh my god.
Moving on.
As usual, it just goes out the fucking window. Anyways, let me. Oh, we already answered that one. Thank you, Georgie. Forgot to delete that because you a bitch. Let's see here. We've only got a few left, so strap in, boys. All right, this is from Toby. I only put this one on here because we kind of just glossed over some of the stuff when we did the AX thing, and also it gives Phil a chance to talk about it too. So, Toby, what are your thoughts on the upcoming releases of Kuuga? That's the that's the spinoff of Kuuga.
Dude, what if in Kuuga there was just a tiny Kuuga following him along and they called him
like Batmite?
Yeah.
Or Mixix Quixix?
I can only imagine. Kuuga, you gotta watch out for that grungy. Anyways, what are your thoughts of the upcoming releases of Kuuga's Blu-ray, the CSG, which is Complete Selection Gigantic, still don't like that name, and the 01 comic? I'm excited for all of them. I mean, obviously, I'm more excited for Kuuga. I
am excited for that Titan sword.
Blu-ray's good. Again, I'm not as much of a Kuuga mark, so I don't necessarily care all that much, but it's good that we're getting more content. I'm excited for the CSG line, less so the Titan sword, but just the line in general.
But Jay, big sword.
What?
Big sword.
Big sword, yeah. Sword.
Big sword goes
and the comic I'm looking forward to because it sounds like that they're actually going to put in a lot of effort. But I kind of said everything I wanted to say when we did the AX video, so.
I like I said, I'm into the Kuuga stuff. For one, it's Kuuga, no shit. Two, it is the original masters. It's not just the shit they have on Tokusatsu. It's the original masters. And of course, it's Kuuga. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, the CSG. I'm with Jay on this one. I'm excited about the line because what the fuck are we gonna get out of that? Like I said, I'm with Jay in the sense that I'm excited about the line. I want to see what they're gonna do because that this is just gonna be an excuse for them to just throw out everything they wanted to do, like Oz's fucking big fuck off axe when he was in Puto form.
Oh, imagine if they do the Burst Buster.
I'm pretty sure they will. The CSG is made for that kind of thing. And
would
Birth
love
CSM is coming out soon, so
that I would.
It's true.
That I would love, but I missed out on. No.
Honestly, you know what? I would love to. It would be insane, but I would love to get the Shingo axe. That'd be great.
That'd be man, like a full size one of that one.
You know, the moment it comes out, every cosplayer in the world is going to be doing the fucking Bono thing. So yeah, I would love to see some of that. I would love to see all of that stuff. So that's for me. And the 01 comic. Look, I'm going to be honest. I ain't the comic guy. Jay is because he's still holding out hope for some reason. But
I've officially given up on Marvel anything at this point.
Well, you don't want to see Kindred 2 and Gold Goblin?
Yeah, what the fuck were they smoking making Norman a superhero? What the
But Gold Goblin, Jay. Anyways,
well, remember the Ultimate Spider-Man show made him Iron Patriot.
Well, you know what? The Ultimate Spider-Man was a bitch. Anyways, like I said, 01 comic. I'm into the 01 comic. It sounds interesting. Everything that they told us about it was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the artist or the writer does. They've done stuff that I'm not really into. Not the sense that they're bad. I just don't know them. But I'm into it. I'm going to see what's going to happen. Ragnarok looks hilariously fucking edgy, and I love it. It's awesome.
The appropriate amount of edgy for 01.
Oh yeah, yeah. Honestly, like I said, I just can't wait to see somebody try and do that cosplay in real life because that must be fucking amazing.
Can we see
But yeah, I like it. I like all the things. So again, we're gonna give it to Phil because Phil never actually got to speak about this stuff. So Phil,
the Kuuga Blu-ray.
you got 10 seconds.
The Kuuga Blu-ray I'm looking forward to. I finally pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it like right as soon as it came out.
You pre-ordered it when it came out.
Yeah, I did. And then the Titan Sword I did the same day as well. I wanted that fucking Titan Sword. And then I think I also did the B Magnum as well from Juku B Fighter. And the 01 manga I'm looking forward to. Also, why is there a Kuuga manga also coming out as well?
Wait, manga? It's a comic book, Phil.
No, there's something for Kuuga coming out.
No. The 01.
No, yeah, they're just translating the Inoue manga.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, the Kuuga. I did we mention that in the AX video? I don't remember. I think we did.
I think we did.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just the one Toshiki Inoue wrote from a couple years ago.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
They're translating.
Let's just say
Phil,
Toshiki Inoue really likes crack.
Phil, I said again, Toshiki Inoue. You fill in the fucking blanks of what's gonna happen again.
Oh no, I need to pre-order it now.
You should.
It's gonna be
Anyways,
boy.
like I said, look, let's just be glad that Toshiki is using his fucking crack powers for Don Brothers.
Imagine
once again, Don Brothers is the most incomprehensible television show, and it is the best television show currently airing.
Come on,
So it's better than
come
Bird
on,
Up.
Hideo Kojima.
Yes.
Work with Toshiki Inoue. Make some and
If Hideo Kojima worked with Inoue,
and Amamiya.
they would make the most incomprehensible fucking thing in the world, and jerk-offs on Twitter would still think it's about like war or something.
But it would still
Fucking
be
Soviet
When in
propaganda
reality it's
films
about
would
hookers.
make more sense than whatever they make.
The what?
Said Soviet propaganda films would make more sense than that.
Oh my god.
Speaking
And I
of
watch
propaganda,
Alejandro Jodorowsky movies. I should know what I'm talking about when I'm saying shit is incomprehensible. Oh god, there it is.
Oh my god, he
There
got
it
dog on it.
Oh my god, what the fuck is... Oh, that's right, AJ. You showed me that.
It's the chocolate.
Anyways, next question.
We should just leave that in no context.
Yeah, we should. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna leave it in. Oh my god. Hold on.
Artsy, draw us worshiping the chocolate cube.
Yes.
Do it.
Let's see. Next question.
Chad's agreeing with us on that.
Good.
So, this one's from Carlos. Which American Carlos. Which American... How do you fuck up the magic... Never mind. Carlos. Which American studio / streaming service would, in your opinion, treat an adaptation of Kamen Rider the best, and why? None.
Fucking none of them.
I don't think... there's
In
not
in current year, none of them would.
The problem...
Look, I'm just saying Netflix wouldn't be into Kamen Rider. They'd be more into Precure,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
To be
They
honest,
had Precure.
a lot of them probably wouldn't do anything because they don't care enough to do that type of stuff. It would just be like a commodity.
Look how Netflix treats Power Rangers.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that also might be a rights thing, but pretty much. Like that. Like, hell, if Disney still owned Power Rangers, we'd be lucky if they even put anything up on there. And even if they did, they would just be like, we have it. Might as well put it up there on Disney Plus.
But yeah, like I said, I know that, you know, the opinion of adaptations have been a thing forever and blah 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 blah. And with Fuuto PI coming out, people are begging for an English dub, which by the way don't.
Please don't, especially if it's from Funimation.
Like I said,
Monkey's paw.
anyways, like I said, I know the opinion of adaptations goes here, where, and everywhere. I don't think any of the streaming services we have right now could do it. You know, because like let's think of the big two. We have Disney Plus and Netflix. Disney Plus, what the... you want to give that to the mouse? No, thank you. Netflix, I don't need pedophilia in my Kamen Rider. And then you have fucking, what, Hulu? What? You got Amazon...
Plus.
Amazon Plus?
I mean,
That's what
Amazon
it's called?
Prime, that's what I meant.
Oh.
HBO
we got...
Max.
You know what? Maybe...
Yeah, they're probably
maybe
the only
HBO
one
Max.
that I would... Yeah.
No, you know what? I think HBO Max would be, if Tokusatsu, knock on wood, ever gets fucked. I think HBO Max would be a good landing spot for Kamen Rider. I think it's good enough that you can throw it there. But as an adaptation, nah, I don't know.
Nah.
Apple TV, name one person who has it.
Fucking Peacock.
Peacock.
Paramount Plus.
The only reason that you would put it on Peacock is to see Stone Cold appear on
And the
there.
only reason people have Paramount Plus...
Dude, I'd fucking watch a Kamen Rider show that had Stone Cold in it.
Oh, and the only
He's
reason...
like the final boss.
I can picture that.
But yeah, like I said, the other ones,
Paramount Plus people only have because they want to watch the South Park specials, and the
if
deal.
you wanna talk about like streaming services that could take the show and like just have it streaming well, then that's an easier topic to talk about. An adaptation, I'm sorry, but I don't see anybody really doing an adaptation. I don't see America treating Kamen Rider anywhere near as well as the MCU. And look at where the MCU is right now. Like, just think about that for a second whenever you ask for an adaptation of something.
There's so much with the MCU right now. It's not even it's gone past saturation, and it's gone to the point of just throw the friggin' mat out. Like, I'm just getting there's so much.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about the MCU right now. I'm just using it as an example.
I know
we'll
what
talk
you
about
mean.
the MCU some other time. So yeah, I don't think anybody could do an adaptation well. I know a lot of people wouldn't mind an adaptation, but again, who would you get? Like, I know Stephen Ford is chomping at the bit for this. I get it. But even him, like, he needs money. And, I mean, if Chad is anything to go by, he doesn't have any fucking money. So, let's leave the adaptation talk maybe in the next 10 years, and then we'll talk. How's that sound to you, buddy? Next question.
Let's get us established just in general with Team Rider and everything before we start going on that tangent again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let Team Rider do their work, and we'll see what happens. All right, last 4 questions. Ooh, goo, ooh, woo.
Ooh,
all right. Ugh, that was. I felt dirty even saying that.
Nice.
Okay, so
What did I roll over?
This one's from Ezekiel. This is a follow-up to a question you all answered before about your most misunderstood writers. Specifically, the idea that many people sadly do not go back and watch these shows past a certain time range. Why do you think this is? Why do you think this trend exists or happens? Do you think it's a need to stay current and not fall behind? Or do you think that it might be that many of the fandom see it unnecessary to go back and watch these shows properly and give them the respect they deserve? Or is it saddeningly of all? No, he just said saddening.
Okay, yeah.
Most saddening of all, because most people think these shows are far too old to give anything of value. I personally find all of these ideas depressing, and it leads to a lack of respect, understanding of the deeper meaning / stories these shows have given us in Rider, Ultraman, etc. What do you say? Jeez, I mean, fucking hell.
This is a loaded one.
I would say it's probably a mix of the first two. It's definitely a little bit of, as the fan base ebbs and flows, you get people who want to stay with the current trend and don't necessarily want to venture back and see anything else. They just want to stick with what the current zeitgeist sees. And you get a little bit of it, they become worn out topics. So people who've been around don't necessarily talk about it. So they don't get attention, so newer people don't give it attention, and so on and so forth. I think it's generally just a situation of, and a lot of long-running franchises fall into this problem where the older something gets, you're only going to get like the particularly dedicated fans who really want to go back and look at something that's just kind of just willy-nilly without having a reason to go back. Like saying, if they do a comic book storyline that calls back to something from like the 90s or whatever, most people would probably go back and look at it, but otherwise not, like the majority readers aren't just going to randomly go and pick that up for no particular reason unless there's some reason for them to do so. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just a general state of how franchises usually go, where the older something is, unless it's particularly prolific, the average viewer is not necessarily going to go back and look at something that's older unless they have some reason to.
See, I've seen a example of all three of these, and honestly, they're all pretty sad to see. I understand not feeling the need, you don't want to fall behind. You want to stay current. I get that, and I also understand that there's just sometimes you just don't have the time to. I get that, but to me, what I think is really sad is that I've seen a lot of people, because of the third option, they think that these shows are just too old. They're too old. What the fuck does it matter? They're not going to be as good as the new shows. They that's what they think, and it's really sad to say that because that's something that I've seen with a lot of things. Honestly, you see it with movies, you see it with TV shows, you see it with video games. A lot of people think, these are too old. They are not going to give me any value. And honestly, it's not even to the point where they're doing it with the Showa stuff anymore. They're doing it with Phase 1 stuff. I've seen a lot of people say that Agito's too old or Ryuki's too old. Like, who fucking cares about Ryuki? It was made in 2001 or 2002. It's too old. Who cares? So it's like I can see on one side you don't have time, but if you're really just saying it's too old, I don't know. I don't want to say that's disrespectful. But in a way, it kind of is, because you're basically just saying to the people who made these shows, "Hey, go fuck yourself."
You're also
and
not.
I just feel like there's more to Rider than just staying current. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I've seen way more shows in past Rider, and even in some in past Sentai that are better than the stuff we're getting now. I mean, let's be honest.
I gotta agree on that.
Many such cases.
Like I said earlier, I've been watching Blade. I'm getting more enjoyment out of that than I did with Saber or 01. Well, 01 I got some enjoyment out of, but I find the story a little more engaging. Like there's a word, and I know what it is that a lot of modern writer, only a handful still have it. It's called substance. The substance is missing.
Like, okay, here's a really good example. And I know a lot of people are going to hate it. But look at two episodes that we did. Look at our episode of Build and look at our episode of Agito. Look at what we were able to talk about with Evolt, and look what we were able to talk about with, the main bad guy of Agito. We went on like 30 minutes talking about the main bad guy of Agito.
The Overlord.
And how, what his plan was, how it makes sense, and all this stuff in a really... I'm not going to say, not psychologically.
Psychoanalyze.
I forgot the word. No. It's
psychologically.
Philosophy.
Philosophically.
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot the word, but we didn't go like super philosophical with the whole thing, but we were able to talk in a pretty deep manner of like what it means, what his plan is, what this is. Tell me one show in the last 3 years, in the last 5 years, without going full Prime Heroes on us. Tell us one bad guy who's been able to do that. None of them. None of them are that deep. None of them are that interesting anymore. And the thing is, I'm not saying that you need that. I'm not saying that you have to have that. But when people on Twitter and when people on other stuff say, "Oh, bad guys have no value nowadays. Bad guys they're just so." Baseline and blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, then go watch Agito. Go watch Kuuga. He's not exactly the super deepest villain of all time, but he has substance to him. There's something there, Again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm a fucking Phase 1 Heisei boomer, but, a lot of the villains that we had back then, and even in Phase 2, there was some in Phase 2, who were like full course meals, and now villains nowadays are just kind of like potato chips.
Like think of
you eat one and you're not getting much out of it.
Like think of the Sonozaki family. They had layers. They had common. They had
incest.
Almost incest. But there was intrigue to it. Look at, I forget what his name was. Weather Dopon. Look at him. You got like
you got Nazca.
Yeah, Nazca. You got Nazca. You've got, and hell, like even like Forze's villains. Then again, I haven't seen Forze in almost 10 years, but there was some reasoning as to why he did what he did. There were
or shit. You know what? How about just because I know a lot of you fuckers love your redemption story arcs, look at Ankh. He started off as an asshole, and look at where he ended. Look at where Ankh ended up in episode 1 to the last episode of O's. It's a completely different person, and not in the sense that they just changed characters out of nowhere. He grew. You know, you're getting substance out of it. And again, I don't want to make it seem like back in my day, but let's be honest, a lot of shows nowadays, they don't have that. You know, you can even look at Sentai. Shit, what do we always say? Like after Shinkenger, or I mean, maybe even after Gokaiger, a lot of the Sentai shows just didn't have that anymore. Yeah. You had fucking Kyoryuger. Fuck off. Fuck off.
The closest thing that you had to something of a character redemption was Candelilia's face turn because she had the hots for blue, and Dogold coming out of nowhere saying, like, look, because of one time, Utsemimaru told him that you used to have, you were evil, but you still had a code of honor. And he says, yeah, I may be a piece of armor, but I'm still a knight, and I'm not going to be... That came out...
But like I said, it's a thing of, I think a lot of people just don't see the value of older stuff because they don't understand the older stuff. And I'm not saying that maybe Jay will, but I'm not saying that you guys are stupid. But I think a lot of people are just like, they just don't find the need to because they think, the new stuff can just do what the old stuff does better. It's like, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a while since I've seen something that can hit something like Blade, you know?
I mean, hell,
it's been a while.
If we're talking old, I hate to sound cliche, but look at Jetman. Like, hell, you could they were all complex, even if they were evil. Like, look at Gray. He was a robot who was, I think he was hired by them to do the job, but he was cultured. He was classical. He enjoyed, when he wasn't doing his job, he enjoyed listening to classical music, drinking wine, and he was somebody who enjoyed pleasant intellectual conversations, and he knew how to respect somebody. That's what I love about those villains.
I will say, there's something wrong when I get more out of the final boss of Shanzarion than I did from Saber. And Shanzarion was a great show, but I got more out of Shanzarion than I did from Saber. Like I said, it's a thing of, I don't think a lot of people really understand the importance of some of these shows. And not only that, but I've seen some of you guys say, like, I wish Rider would have done this and this and this and this. I wish Rider would... and I've seen this. I'm not joking. I'm going to try and find the fucking tweet, and I'm going to put it on the fucking screen. I've seen somebody say, I wish there was a Rider that was two people that turned into one person.
That's called double!
What?
That's called double!
There are people out there who unironically have said, I wish there was a Rider that was two people into one. And all I had to do was just look at my screen and just feel just anguish. Pure anguish.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Ah, God, that's frustrating.
That's just the way it is, man, and it sucks. What about you, Jay?
Did I not answer?
You did, but I was asking like what you think overall, I guess.
I gotta agree.
Conversation, Jay.
I don't know, that fucking took the wind out of me. There.
I did that last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I just say, yeah.
You just don't know what to do with that.
I don't even know.
I don't know, man. I wish there was a writer that was a wizard. Could you fucking imagine?
I wish there was a writer who went into space.
Well, the Armor Heroes did.
That's
we gotta go to space.
What?
I'm so mad that the 5th season of Armor Heroes is subbed, but the 2nd one isn't. It's ridiculous. Next question. The last two. This one's from Tyrell. Hi, Tyrell.
Hi, Tyrell.
Anyways, I like how he's the only one that we said hi to, and everybody else, go fuck yourself. Anyways, hi, Tyrell. Anyways, do you ever think you need to censor your opinions on the show due to what the masses or even other reviewers may think?
No.
Fuck, no. Have you watched our show?
Do you?
Have you watched our show?
What are you new here? Come on.
Are you, buddy? Let me just say something to you. Kamen Rider build, okay? If that review got to the masses, we would be hung by our fucking balls. Like, our show?
If half the stuff,
No.
stuff we talked about with Kingdom Hearts 3 that AJ had to take out that Jay said, we would be canceled.
No. Well, that's
If half
something
the
else.
shit I said ended up into the episode, we'd have been run off the internet by
No,
now.
he
Are you
knows-
kidding?
Well,
You
no,
know what I'm
but see, that's
talking
something
about.
else, Phil. That's something else, Phil. I'm saying, like, censor our opinions, like, oh, it's a bad show, but we're going to say it's good. Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
We're honest
If it's a
on
bad
this
show, it's a bad show. I don't give a fuck. Look,
You don't get brownie
I've
points.
said it once and I've said it. Look, I've said it once and I've said it before. You came for a review. We're going to give you a review. We're not going to be like, but everyone else likes it. What the fuck?
We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to hold your hand and say, like, oh, don't worry, it's going to be all right. No, you get the hardcore facts. If we don't like it, we're not going to like it, damn it.
Like,
Hardcore hand holding is what I
hardcore
heard.
hand holding. Ew.
Me and who?
You got to get like extra censorship on that. Anyways, like I said, I maybe you are new here, which by the way, welcome. Go fuck yourself. But
Welcome, you've made a bad choice in shows.
well, I'm just saying, like, I don't think we've ever, like, legitimately have ever censored ourselves with what we say about these characters in these shows.
No.
We're just gonna say it.
Pretty much.
I genuinely cannot think of a time where we, or me at least specifically, held back on what I felt about a character.
Maybe we've held back on our language.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I could have called Michi a cocksucking cunt fuck, but you know,
everybody calls him that.
Pretty much.
that's his fan name.
No, you're. This is the wrong show to be asking that kind of question.
We don't sugarcoat, buddy.
We don't.
Like, maybe even to our own detriment and Nemit, but we don't.
I mean,
Like I said, well, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter
It doesn't matter what you think.
it doesn't matter. Anyways, like I said, it doesn't matter. We don't we don't censor our opinions because the thing is, if we did that, we'd be no better than the fucking shills at fucking IGN and stuff like that. Like, no, we're gonna give you our honest opinions, and if sadly that pisses you off, well, I don't know, get laid. So fuck up, fuck it, or do
It's
it live.
easy. I've done it. You can do it too.
I'm Rich Evans. I've gotten laid. You can do it. That's like one of my favorite fucking scenes.
It
ever.
really is. It really is. It's such a good quote. Anyways, but no, we don't. We do not ever censor how we feel about anything ever.
No, we don't. Again, we.
Have you watched the show, Tyrell?
Like,
Have
again,
you watched
if
the
this is your
show?
first time watching the show, welcome. If it's not, what the fuck were you thinking? Anyways, like I said, no, we don't. We're never going to. If this was a question asking if we ever will, no. Like, if Fuuto PI sucked ass, we would have been the first ones to tell you that it sucked ass.
Oh yeah.
With no hesitation.
Oh yeah.
Like, but we didn't. We were, and again, it's not. We didn't say, something. We didn't just jerk off the Team Rider guys. We were real with them as well. We told them.
I mean, listen. I would have done anything for clout. Okay.
You would
he would have done a lot.
I keep forgetting what it's David, right? Yeah, David.
It was David and AJ. Yeah.
Hi.
The other AJ.
That's such a fucking weird thing, isn't it?
God, it was so confusing.
I remember somebody said my name. I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, they're talking about him." Oh, fuck me. But like, I think his name is spelled differently, so it's okay.
It's
Anyway.
alright.
It's alright.
It's
Anyways,
not good
anyways.
Ultraman.
Oh my god, that's
an old one.
But yeah, so again, it's one of those things where no, we're not gonna censor ourselves. You are in good hands. We will tell you that build actually
I wouldn't
was
say
not
good
as great.
hands, at least in my case. But yeah.
But yeah, like we're not gonna we will tell you that build is actually not that great as many people say it is. We will say that Michi is a dick, and we will also say that Saber is shit. But also tell you that Blaze is the best. Anyways, bye. So, anyways, with that being said, we did this totally not second recording trial is over 2 hours long, so we don't even know what the completed version is going to look like.
Probably going to be 4 hours.
Jay, when is Revise done?
End of August.
Oh boy.
Oh, I gotta get started.
All right, so
I started Blade in March, and I'm still up on episode 23.
GG.
I
Anyways,
know.
Skill issue.
So
Bill.
like we did last time with Saber, we're gonna take a little break again. Excuse me. We're gonna take a little break again,
Morty.
and wait till we do the Revise review, and then we do Ninja Steel. After Revise is when we do Ninja Steel. But for now, just wait for the Revise review. You'll see if we love it. You'll see if we hate it. You'll see if we just go, eh. So, that being said, that's Phil.
Yeah, this is when you have to get me angry and stuff, you know you done fucked up.
That's
Well, I have a couple things that I need to go take care of. Most of them involve burying corpses.
as usual.
And digging a grave for somebody. I'm not going to name who. But
As
otherwise, good night.
Good night. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I totally botched that.
Auf Wiedersehen. Go fuck yourself. Bye.